Hey everyone, are you excited? We are ready for a great watch along for this evening session. Man, I don't even know how to think through some of these things. It's just going to be brilliant. The first thing on the track will be the semifinals of the men's 110-meter hurdles. That's going to be a firecracker. Get in your predictions there. And yeah, lots of stuff. Then next would be 400-meter hurdles on the track. 200 meters men's semifinal. The discus final will be going on. 400-meter women's semifinal. The final of the men's 400 meters. And the night closes out with a brilliant 3,000-meter steeplechase. We'll get into all of that this evening. Thank you for joining me. Already in progress is the women's pole vault, and I'll just give you a quick update on where that is right now. Early stages had to start much earlier than normal because, as you know, if you were following the results, the women's pole vault they advanced a lot of them to the final, and hence they needed extra time there and to ensure that the competition wouldn't go extremely long. But yeah, thank you for joining me. There were some comments earlier this morning. I'll just get to them that on the live. Shine is saying the 400 final, men's final is for today at 1 p.m. Okay, you're just giving that. I don't see. What else are you saying here? Oh, you're talking about Norman. You don't see Mike Norman winning. Yeah, and the Mike Norman, interesting kind of career. Looked really good early this season, then didn't look so good at the US Championships. Started fantastically well here, opening in 44:10. Didn't look so good in the semifinal for me, but we'll see. We'll get a chance to look at that in a second. And another comment that came in earlier, it will a strong contender 400 in Olympic history. I'm not quite sure that. Okay, I guess you might be thinking that this 400 meters might go down special in Olympic history. It could. It could. We'll get to all of that for sure, but everything is on top for some brilliant stuff. McCartney just ended up uh, going over 4 meters 60, I think. She had passed on one of them, so this is the status right now. They're still at the 460 mark. A lot of important people already gone through already, including Katie Moon. Monila Laro from Italy also clearing that on first try. So once things start to warm up some more, we'll get a sense of what's happening in the pole vault. I suspect we'll lose some people at 460, then definitely lose people at 470. Yeah. It's going to be a brilliant evening. I'll just go right into the hurdles because that's going to come up in a matter of 3 minutes or so. And semifinal number one features the defending Olympic champion, Hansa Parchment, along with the fastest man in the world, the overwhelming favorite, Grant Holloway, a man that has won everything at every stage except the Olympic title. Probably hasn't lost indoors for probably close to 10 years or so as well. It's going to be brilliant. Really going to be brilliant there. Parchment has to get a good start, better start than before. It has Chin in there from China, Murtaki there from Japan, who's gone 13:07 this season. Holloway, obviously, very close again to the world record. And Andrews from the Bahamas, Obisuya from Belgium, and Mohamed from France. The French have a couple of good athletes here. I don't know how well they'll perform, but they have some representation. And I'm looking forward to seeing Sasa Joya coming up next. Very talented kid, probably a little bit too early for him, but we will see. I'm not quite sure who gets the automatic spot here. Definitely Grant for sure. Haven't been pleased with the way in which Parchment have been finishing these races of late. He has to knock it out of the park right away for me. And hopefully he does because it's good. You want an Olympic final. You want the Olympic champion there. What's up, Track for All? Hello to everyone. Is your comment? Hello to you as well. Yeah, we're about to get on the semifinal here. I see Shin. I see Hansa Parchment, obviously, Olympic champion. Great story there from Parchment last time. Almost didn't even make it. This is gonna be fantastic. It's very tough to qualify. First two make it through, the next two advance. We have a bunch of guys going sub 13 this year from the US championships in particular. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts on what we're anticipating. I think NBC is actually showing the Hansa Parchment story. I'm not sure what they're saying because I just have it on the screen. I'm not listening to it. Daniel says boom. Yeah, it's big time right now, right? Big time. Track says, what do you think about Track for All says, what do you think about the women's 4x4 relays, 4x1 relay finals, and the 400-meter finals on day 9? Interesting. I mean, they've been changing stuff in some interesting ways. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't. There's some thought that not having the. It's a good question. Really a good question. I mean, the final starts up really early. Usually, you like to see the relay end the day, but it's the 400-meter hurdles for women ending the day. For men, rather, ending the day. I think they're looking. I don't know what to think through it. It could be like they're trying to look at a TV market stuff. But after this race, we'll think some more about it. Kerani, James getting a medal. The US will win. Yeah, I think James. If James can be healthy, I think he can get back in the medal spot. Hopefully, he can. Yeah. All in the game. What's up? I'll read this right after the race. I'll read this. I'll get this in a second. Eliapis is good too. The Chinese kid is. I don't know if he'll do well. Let's see what we get from Hansa Parchment. It's a clean start there. Grant Holloway already on top of everybody. Parchment going good too. Elapis is a little bit behind Murtaki too, but it's all Holloway. The Chinese guy's making some ground, but I don't know if he's good enough. It's going to be a photo finish there for second, it looks like. Holloway wins this comfortably, going sub 13, 12.97, 12.98. Parchment looks like he may be third. Let me see if their official results are up. Yeah. So third, 12.98 for Grant Holloway, easy as you like. Enrique Iapes there from Spain, 13.17. And Hansa Parchment equaling his season best at 13.19. He has to wait in the queue room to get into this final. 13.19 is pretty good. You would hope that might be good enough, but I don't know yet. Yeah. I'm just looking at this again. Slow motion on Grant on two different TV screens here. So better dip there from the Spaniard. I'm still not understanding why Parchment consistently dips and looks across to the left or to the right. I don't get it. Let me see it again. Parchment looked like from that angle he was in the lead and the Spanish athlete caught him, but it could be the angle I'm looking from. Yeah. Let me know your thoughts on that. Let me see what All in the Game was saying here. We'll be shocked if Gabby doesn't go for 3 gold medals now in the 200, 4x1, 4x4, especially as she ran both relays at World Relays earlier this year. Men's and women's 400 finals are shaping up to be special. I agree for sure. The idea that we weren't going to get a great men's final, I was going to be resigned for that. To that, we always knew the women were going to be special. I still think the women's 400 final will outshine anything else of the two. But the men, a bunch of guys shaping up, going on a sub 44. That's nice to see. Yeah. All in the Game is saying a year too early for Murtaki kid. So much potential. Yeah, that kid is gonna be good. I think. Really, I think he's gonna be good. 13-26. He's in the bubble room, but I don't know if that's good enough. Let's see. Let's see. This was into just slight tailwind here of positive 0.1. Right now, Holloway looks like he can't be beat. He looks that way all the time. If Grant doesn't win this, will it be as shocking as Ingebrigtsen? Not quite sure. All in game, you saw Ingebrigtsen's message. Daniel says, "You a little off top, but what do you think of the decision to drop Shamar Joseph? He bowl economically in England. I just hope and don't what the admin don't let him fall off one bad series and we're ready to go." Good point. Cricket is going on. I only saw a little bit of it. I saw the wicket there from Jason Holder, which was not a great ball in the end, but them picking up the wicket. uh The Shamar Joseph thing, I'm fine with dropping him because he didn't look like he was struggling in England. I don't think they would drop him because of ability. I think it's probably health concerns because number of times he had to be taking off the thing there. And it's raining there in Trinidad, right? I haven't been following it. Unfortunately, I can't. Yeah, it's still delayed by rain in Trinidad. Anyway, thanks though, Daniel, for bringing up the cricket a little bit. All in the game is saying that was classy from Jakob. I think he had to. He had to. He had to. Because at this point, he, to be honest with you, at this point, what else could he do, right? Because I think he he talk a lot. Margaret, hello to you as well. My French is terrible. My wife constantly asks, how did I even do French in college? But hey, you should see me in Forest trying to pronounce a lot of stuff. But I know this is hello, at least to everyone. Yeah, good to have you back on. Second semifinal is coming up right now. Let me see if I can get that. Freddie Crittenden is there. He's gone, obviously, sub 13 this season. He needed the repechage round to get here. I don't know what kind of shape he's in. Clearly, he's injured, but he's in the semifinal. There's Rashid Broadwell here, Broadbell rather. I think he's a special talent. If he gets it right, he could challenge for a medal certainly. Simonelli, love that kid. I think that kid is gonna be a next level right there. I don't know if it's now, but 1305 is pretty good. If he can get it together, then we could anticipate him advancing. Sasha Joy, I like him. If you remember the World Junior Championships a few years ago, or U20, whatever they call it, he was one of those athletes that was a standout. He has personality as well. That's important for the sport of track and field. And it looks like they're showing some family members here of Crittenden. I don't know. But you would think he will be a superstar for the future. Sasha Joya, that is. All right. Let me get this comment here and then we'll get to the race. All in the game. 20 women in the pole vault final is insane. They're gonna go from 440 to 4 meters 40 to 4 meters 60 to try and cut the field in half. Yeah, when they made that decision all in the game, I was saying this is madness. I just don't understand why they advanced that many. I am concerned on two things. Clearly, athletes could miss out in the sense of you go and you have to wait, but the jump will help them to probably have less rest time because those who aren't good enough to go at the 60 mark could get out. But yeah, you risk injury, you risk a lot of things doing that. So I didn't like it, to be honest with you. But that's the Olympics, so they do it. Yeah. So the Crittenden Ojora, Mendy, Joseph, Broadbell in occupying the lane 6 here, Simonelli, uh, Sasajoya, and the Brazilian, I think, also. Top two automatically go through. And right now, I think the bubble time is 13:19 for Parchment. And I can't remember what the other kid did from Belgium. 13:20 something, I think. They're in the blocks. Clean start there. I think the Crittenden looks good though for Broadbell hitting hurdles here. The Italian guys out there, but Broadbell is coming back and he's gonna do. Ooh, did Crittenden win this or Broadbell? But it looks like those two for sure automatically go through. Much slower than the first semifinal. I think it's one in 13:21. Yeah, yeah. So Broadbell gets it. Let me get. Oh yeah, the results are here. Rashid Broadbell from Jamaica winning it in a time of 13.21 seconds, ahead of Freddie Crittenden, 13:23, who you have to say benefited the most from the repechage round now. Mendy there from Senegal, rather, is. The times haven't come up for that yet. We have to wait and see. The Italian guy, Simonelli there, I don't know what happened to him. Let me see this on the. He was, I think something went wrong with Simonelli for sure. We could see over hurdle 9. Yeah, he hit hurdle, what is that, 7 or 8? No, that was 9 he hit. Clearly lost the count and he had to adjust to go over the final hurdle. And that probably cost him a trip to the final for sure, because it looks like he's finished all the way down in 5th, so he's gone. Sasha Joya is gone too. Both of these guys are gone. Let's see. Heat number 1 had 13:19 from Parchment, and Murtaki had 13:26. So only the first 2 from this semifinal will advance. So Mendy and Sasha Joya are eliminated at the semifinal stage. Heat number 3 coming up features another Jamaican, another American, Bolisian there from France, but he's in occupying a lane 9 position there. Izumiya, one to watch for me. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. That's coming up next. Let me get back to some of the comment section. Margaret is saying 139, watching 105, hit the like. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Right, Olling. Yeah, he hit hurdle 9, and from there he lost everything. Yeah. Yeah. I saw it again on the slow motion there. Unfortunate for him. And this is the thing about the hurdles. It's just not the thing that you want. Start list for triple jump coming up as well. So triple jump is, it's actually currently in progress. Let me see if there's any scores there. Let me take a check there. Actually, yeah, Fortune is already gone, 17:24 on jump number 1. So he's gone. One of the medal favorites here for sure. Already hit the first, and then just now showing it on the screen. So let me take a look at it. Has some strapping around his right leg. That's a good, not bad. That's a good jump, but you could see he's carrying the leg. There's no lift there for Diaz Fortune. I wonder about that. But anyway, one and done for him. Automatic qualification into the final of the men's triple jump is 17 meters 10. This is 17:24 for him. That's the end of the night for him already. So that's good. That's good. Back to the comments. Daniel saying, is 100-meter men's one of the best in a while. That last ride from Noah chest dip prove why doing the basics and executing is why top athletes stay consistent. Man came from dead last to pull through. No, it was certainly one of the closest finals. A very from top to bottom is extremely close. Not a lot separating everybody. I think everyone going sub 10 there. Yeah, it happens. All in the game is saying Pichardo, Diaz, Fortune versus Hibbert. The Hibbert thing is interesting. I don't know if you're on the channel that All in the Game when we did a live. I'm a bit puzzled by the way in which Jaden season, at least let me put it this way. He has avoided the major competitions in Europe, Jaden that is. And I wonder why. It would have been good to see him a lot more on the circuit because the big guys that are there, Fortune, Zango. Uh, Speaking of Zango, he just made the qualifying mark there at 17:16. Let's see Zango here. All right, that's good enough. Good enough for him. Evening over. Yeah, some of the big guys there, Pritchard, obviously, they compete regularly against each other, and you just haven't seen Jaden there, and I wonder why. Yeah. I don't know if that might have an impact on him. I hope not. I doubt it. Yeah. Robert says if Broadbell or Parchment is close to Holloway at the 50-meter mark, Holloway will lose. Well, I suspect if we are being honest with Grant, or if he's being honest with himself rather, he is the greatest we've ever seen to 8 hurdles. Grant Holloway, not Alan Johnson, not anybody I've ever seen. He's the best to 8 hurdles. There's some issues at the last part there that he's lost some races on the circuit, infrequently, obviously. The big one came at the last Olympics. I'm not quite sure how to explain that or how he explains that. However, I suspect people might say if you put pressure on him, if you're with him at that point, it could be a problem. I've been on record last night saying I didn't think Ingebrigtsen would make a mistake 3 years in a row. I don't think Grant would make a mistake for the second consecutive Olympic Games. So I don't see it right now, to be honest with you. But you still have to run the race. All in the game and saying Noah stayed the most relaxed. Kishane tense up, 30 out, was grimacing hard and shoulders all tense up. Agreed, yeah. If he was a bit more relaxed, one of the things, your face has to be jumping. You're not seeing that it was like tighten. You're gonna slow down much faster than people were relaxing. And the key is to try and limit the rate at which you slow down. Because once you get to top end speed, you're decelerating all the way to the end. And so the important thing is, can you do it slower than everybody else? If he was capable of doing that, then we would have been looking at something else. But nonetheless, he made it to his first Olympic Games. He made the final. He got a medal, and I'm sure the future is extremely bright for him. He's a young lad. So they're doing the introductions there for the third and final semifinal of the men's 100 meters. Can Jamaica get 3 men into the final? Currently, Parchment and Murtaki are on the bubble right now. You have to do better than 13:19 to make it into the final, or at least to displace Parchment. And you need to do better than 13:26 as well. Top 2, and you're done. I like Izumia for sure. I think he's super talented. Daniel Roberts, I forgot about Roberts. My disrespect to Roberts here. I forgot he was in the race. He too is extremely talented. Sub 13 already this season. There's something didn't go wrong right at the start there. The official came over and asked them to stand up again. Let me see what All in the Game is saying right now. Oblique with fourth, and eighth in 3 consecutive finals is the bigger issue. It is. It's a question mark that I have right now. This is what 4 years he's now at the major championship semifinal in Tokyo, and by most people's predictions going into Eugene and also into Budapest, they anticipated him to be on the podium. And obviously this year, currently the explanation is on injury, but yeah, but you hope it's injury and nothing else. But something isn't right in terms of just executing at the when it matters the most. Clean start right there. Izumi attacks the hurdle first. Orlando Bennett is there too. Also, Roberts working hard, and the guy there in lane 3, I think, or 2. But Bennett is in the lead. Roberts coming. Orlando Bennett comfortable here, winning this in a time of 13:09 flash. That's a PB for him if it is. Officially, no, 13:09 rather, 13:08 flash. And that's a good run by him. Let's see, results are coming up. 13:10 for Roberts. It looks like some separation with Izumiya there for third, so I don't know what time he'll run. Let's look again on the replay. Izumiya act early. The guy in lane 1 there, 2 attack hit a few hurdles. Bennett looks nice. It looks like he has a lot more in the tank because the arm isn't even moving that powerful. Okay, so Answer Parchment is into the final because currently the Cypriot is in third position. So that's pretty good there. So Jamaica has 3 men in the final. The US has 3 men as well. And it's what, 13-19 for Parchment. Let's see. Yeah, so the Murtaki and Parchment are the guys who will make it into the final out of heat number 1. So that effectively means Hansa Parchment will probably be in lane 1 or 8 or 9 rather, or 2 or 9 rather. Yeah. Let's see where we are here. Robert says fantastic run by Bennett. Very good. Sup Twain, good afternoon to you too as well. Looking at the front on angle there from Orlando Bennett. Looks good. Looks good. I guess he's waiting to see some family members here. Yeah, he did make it all in the game. So both people on the bubble in heat number 1 made it. So is the summary up? Let me see if I can get the summary. Right. So this is your final. It's going to be Holloway, Bennett, Roberts, Eopis, Parchment, Broadbell, Crittenden, and Murtaki. So the Japanese kid that I didn't think would have made it, he made it. So he has a lot of talent too. Yeah. It's going to be a fantastic final there. 3 Americans, 3 Jamaicans, an athlete from Japan and from Spain. Ooh, that's the tightest of tight board there in the men's triple jump. Let's get some updates on where the triple jump is currently. Let me put that on the screen. This is what we have right now. Only 5 guys currently with legal jumps. Zango and DS Fortune are automatically qualified already. They're home on 1 jump. Donald Scott. There's a Jamaican in this mix too, Jordan Scott. I think in Group B, Group B is in progress as well. Let's see what we're getting from Group B. Hibbert hasn't jumped as yet. Pichardo gone already home, 17:44. Mane as well from the United States, 17:16. And the rest are still in process. Again, 17:10 to get you to the automatically into the final. So Group B has Pichardo and Salif Mane from the United States. Group A, DS Fortune and Zango, all important athletes, athletes who could potentially uh, challenge for a medal already into the final of the men's triple jump. Next on the track would be the semifinals of the men's 400-meter hurdles. Outrageous. It's going to be outrageous, guys. I smash that like button. Let's get the semifinals, the start list up for the hurdles here. Again, I don't understand Parchment. I just saw a replay here again, just to qualify. He always looks across when he's doing these dips. I don't get it. He checked in the Jamaica Championships. He's checking all the time at the end, which is not necessary. Back here, so this is the semifinal one for men's 400 meters. It includes Trevor Bassett. There's Jahil Hyde there. There's Alison Dos Santos, and there's Karsten Varham. Mm. Outrageous. I think obviously top two will go through, which should be Varham and Dos Santos. And you just have to run the race of your life to ensure that you complete fast. Time here. Bassett obviously can go sub 48. Didn't look so good earlier in the rounds. We'll see. All in the game says down to 17 now in the women's pole vault. Since you mentioned that, let's take a look at that. Let's see. Right now, Nina Kennedy's in the lead. McCartney also clearing Monilanaro, Katie Moon. Yeah. I'm going to see this Pichardo jump because I didn't see it initially here. I mean, he made that look as if, did you ask me to get out of bed to qualify? That's amazing there from Pichardo. There's a lot in the tank there. That's a man that's definitely eyeing an 18-meter plus jump. He didn't even come down the runway with any kind of speed and lots of space behind the board. That was amazing to watch. Yeah. So let's see. A bunch of women already gone in the pole vault. You're gonna lose a bunch more, I think. Yeah. I'll get back to your comments in a second here. All in the game is saying Bassett needs to run it like a final from lane 2. He certainly needs to. No question about that. No question about that. Is that a shot of Andre DeGrasse? Yeah, that is Andre DeGrasse there. Getting a warm up there. All in the game says a statement jump from Pichardo. Yeah, that is a jump where I can qualify with my eyes closed, way behind the board, and not running particularly well. Kung Fu Kenny there, also Noah Lyles. Everybody getting geared up for the semifinal that comes immediately after the completion of the 400-meter hurdles semifinal. Discus throw tonight as well. I mean, it's a great night for track and field. When it's always a great night for track and field. Shot of Rashawn Clark there. Aaron Knighton as well. I wonder what he's listening to. Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you guys doing well. All in the game, your thoughts on this morning's, or everybody as well, morning's 100-meter hurdles. It's the hardest thing to call in sport. Literally impossible. Lil Corny says, is Noah Lyles the face of the sport after the 100-meter win? Depends on where you are thinking through this, to be honest with you. He certainly went up a level, obviously. A lot of people know Noah for sure. Usually the guys who win a 100-meter title get or the people who win a sprint titles tend to garner a lot of attention from people who don't follow the sport. Yeah. Most of the times when we talk about the face of the sport or so, sometimes at least in this context of track and field, I think is about expanding it beyond hardcore people like you guys on the live, probably. But yeah, he's the biggest name. At least if you think about the context of America and so on. People might argue differently in Europe, but I don't know. Yeah. All in the game is saying Knight needs to run a second event next year, preferably 100. You think 100? What about 4? I would love to see him running some 4. That's what I think, but I don't think he'll do the work for that. But he's young enough to do it. But he probably could do 100 for sure. I don't think it's a problem. Jasmine Camacho Quinn looked good according to all in the game. If I had to say who looked the best this morning, I would go first with Camacho Quinn, then potentially Toby Amason, almost Daniel Williams for me, but she hit a couple, but she didn't look terrible either. I mean, I guess Masai, everybody looked decent enough. Nothing stood out that, Akira Nugent, nothing stood out from some of the important athletes that say, I'm not quite so sure. Yeah, but we'll see. Jared is saying no is already the face of the sport. Robert says, Knighton is listening to Meatloaf. I love it. Could be stewed beef. It could be something else. That's the joke people like to make. For the US, yes, Track for All says, Twain, all in the game. I agree. Knighton needs to run another event. What do you suggest? He's saying the 100. I like the 200. I think he could the 400 rather. But athletes don't like the 400. I bet if you're polling me, would never do that. But 100 would help him for sure. It would definitely help him to attack the first phase of his race as well. Margaret is saying getting a lot of press doesn't mean they will earn the respect of true aficionados of track and field. No, that's true. I mean, when you look at the sport, yeah, impactful athletes are all over the place in the field as well. We could name a number of names. Your Sydney's, your Femkes, your Ulimar, your Ryan Krauses. Tons of athletes we can name. Obviously, people like Fraser Price and Jackson and Elaine, all these people who are not even here are big time in the sport. So, yeah, it just depends on how we're approaching it and how we're thinking through it. Yeah. All right. So, all in the game is he's basically a 9-9 guy at the moment, needs to get to 9-8 like Kenny B. You could see that happening quite easily for sure, though, all in the game. With the right training. Yeah. He would do a world of good, though. Did you see the interview where Wade says he doesn't like the 4? I did see this. It's crazy, right? Comment here saying the win commands respect. Anyway, I'll get back to all the comments. Keep rolling them in. Let's get on this 400-meter hurdles here. You have Bassett, but the top two here are Varham, defending champion, world record from Tokyo. Alison Dos Santos, the man who I think can be next on the, maybe I guess Raitu, but the next on the 46. But he has had some injuries recently, so we'll have to see. That's a clean start by everyone. Let's see, goes. Jai Heelhide is running, but he's not making up the stagger on Dos Santos. It looks like Varham leading. Yeah, maybe very close as well with Dos Santos there. Hyde running really good too, but Varham is coming around the bend already eating up everybody. He's gonna eat up Dos Santos too on the home stretch. As you know, Varham goes really hard. The French athlete is in the mix as well, but Varham is moving, but he had a problem there over hurdle number 9. But is he gonna win it? He's looking around. Dos Santos is not gonna automatically qualify. Ducas from France takes the next automatic spot. Something is wrong with Alison Dos Santos. He's not in the right shape. Now those 47 times that we saw recently may be an explanation. But Alison Dos Santos does not have an automatic spot into the final. Let me see this. This is 47-67 by Varham, who didn't look good coming off the curve. Had some trouble navigating hurdle 9 for me. Ducas 47-85, 47-95 from Alison Dos Santos. That should be good enough, but it may not be. Trevor Bassett 48-29. I don't know what happened to Jaheel Hyde way down the track at 50.03. Whoa, where are we on the comments? I'll get to that in a second. Let me see this again on the other screen. I would like to find out what's going on with Dos Santos. If Dos Santos isn't in good shape, there might be an opening for a bronze medal. Let me get to some comments here. Where am I here? The win commands respect. Usain Bolt was the Tom, I guess, Brady or saying of track and field though. He has to show more consistency and devotion to the sport as a whole and ability to inspire more youngsters to join the sport. Is that in reference to Noah? Reginald rather said, congratulations, Gabriel Thomas and family. Yeah, very much congratulations to Gabby. Have they started the 400-meter final? The 400-meter final is not coming up until an hour from now. No, 2 hours from now. Sorry. Yeah. Right now, they're in the semifinals of the 400-meter hurdlers. I love the images that you capture from the hurdlers in the Olympics. Wade Van Niekerk said he never lost the love for 400. He's trying to get back the love. That sounds like the love twain is, I don't want to run those 600 meters in training. I don't want to go home in pain, and a lot of it too. That's what you have to love, right? 400-meter final is not up yet. It's here. You're still early. Divine victory. I don't know if I understand that. All in the game. Dukas was great in the NCAA. Ran a great time, but got DQ'd for. Oh yeah, that was the dude. Yeah. I remember that. No, Monilara. No, it looks like she's gonna attempt 470 from Italy. Another comment. Can't wait to see Quincy Wilson's leg on the relay after being 16. He may start it, right? Is that? Ooh, she went over 470 there. Let's see. Let me get the comment. Let me get the results up on the pole vault real quickly. Yeah, PB for her here. Big jump there from the Italians. 470. Katie Moon already over 470. Murto over 470. Newman over 470. Nina hasn't jumped yet, so she'll come up next along with McCartney. Yeah, I mean Quincy Wilson's he's special. Hopefully his career blossoms into something of greatness. Congratulations. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Track for all. Even if Dos Santos doesn't make it, he's going to get a bad lane. Yeah. All in the game. Dos Santos have been off the ball over the last few weeks. That is true. Initially, when I saw that, let me explain. Because he hasn't gone sub 46 for the last couple of races. but he did a 47 lowish and something else. And I thought it was like, okay, they're gonna maybe the program is a little bit heavy and he'll like be back in peak form for the Olympics, but he's not looking good at all. And that's interesting. So that opens up the ways for people like King, for Rashawn Clark, Karen McMaster. I don't know what shape you'll get from him. We'll find out in a second. Yeah, no, if I know what you're saying, Margaret. Thanks for sharing that. And Twain says, sorry, he lost the love for the 200 for the sport and wants a change from the 400 to 200 to try to regain the love for the sport. He hated the 400 despite having the record. That is in response to Wade Van Niekerk. Yeah. You have to love it if you're going to do it too. That's interesting. Let me get back to you in a second. We're looking at the final of three rather. No, we're in heat number 2. What am I saying? Of the men's 400-meter hurdles. This is where we are here. Malik James King breakout year for the Jamaican. I like Maggi as well. I think he's good. CJ Allen could pull up trees too, but it depends on what kind of form. Matt Master, one of the most unluckiest athletes you'll ever see, but did find his way on a medal podium. I love it. Yeah, I love it. All right, let's get to this right now. Oh yeah, there's Samba there too. I forgot about him. That's a clean start right there. Waiting to see who clears first. Looks like Samba is up first. Then Malik James kid there. Is that CJ Allen going down the backstretch looking good? Looks like Samba and Allen to me, but it's hard to tell. King is back into it now. Malik James King motoring his way now, probably in second or third, but he may come off the bend there in a good position. He's working hard around the turn, but Allen is leading with a good amount, but he's going to get eaten up right now. Master now making a big run. Kyle Master with a big run there into lead. Malik James King working hard to get into second position, which he is in now, but stumbled off of there. He's going to lose out. Oh my God. Malik James King will not advance because he stumbled off the final hurdle. That is bad for the Jamaican there. Unfortunate, but that's the kind of unfortunate the thing with the obstacle races. It looks like Kyle McMaster comfortable winning this, but much slower than the previous semi-final. Matt Master ahead of Maggi, it looks like to me. I'll see if the results are up. It is up. That is 48-15 from Karen McMaster, the man from the British Virgin Islands. And the Estonian athlete there also qualifying. But King was in really good position. Samba coming in third at 48-20. Let me see what that stacks up against. He is in Samba is now in the Q room and he eliminates Trevor Bassett already. So Bassett is out. Malik James King just doing enough not to fall on his face. I feel it for this kid because he was gonna make this final. All in the game, the Dukas kid and others will be in hunt for medal now. The bronze medal now. I agree. I don't know, to be honest with you. Yeah. I'm a former 4.8 runner. The last 80 meters are I guess in the 400 is a constant check of your heart and so no, for sure. This is the worst event on that you could probably one of the hardest events you can do. That's Katie Moon clearing here at 470. It seems. I mean, the 400-meter leaves you confused when you're done because you're basically tapping into everything that you shouldn't be tapping into, right? All the different systems. You're doing sprints, you're gonna lose a lot. That's why they can't move after. Oh, that's a good jump there from the Swiss athlete. Uh let me get back to some of these comments here. All in the game says expected more from CJ Allen. I did too. I don't know what happened there. Is this his first Olympics, right? Yeah, makes it here. Is it? Yeah, and just didn't do the trick here. I think Samba in the bubble now, along with Alison Dos Santos. I feel bad for King though. King looked like he had it there, and it just didn't work out for him. Robert says King hit the first hurdle, and that throws off the race. Yeah, and but he was still in it, and then but when he hit that last hurdle there, it's just not. Yeah, he was stumbling. He looked like he could have fallen his face, and it's one of those tough times. One of those tough times. Let's see. Twain says, I'm not too versed in the realm of athletics in terms of how often you can run your personal best or close to your personal best. I'm referring to Knighton's 19.49. He never went close to it after. It's a good question. It depends, right? So it's a good question. If he does, there are two ways. It could be that that's his ceiling, or it could not. It doesn't have to be. If you're in healthy condition, usually, what kind of training your body can take, and can you hit it again and again? Aaron is a young kid, so usually you anticipate that he should be able to reach those heights and even better. His ceiling is very high, very low. You could anticipating him when you looked at where he was coming from that potentially he could be a 19.3 or better man. But it depends. Right now, what I think the point all in the game and other people were making about maybe needing another event is that at some point maybe you need to switch it up in terms of the workload to be able to push the limits on your body. Additionally, he is a kid, so he's just still 20, so there's a lot of time. I don't know why that's the case. This year is a year we can't fully explain, obviously, because of the him not competing because of the drug related finding, which he's obviously cleared for now. But it's too young for us to know where the ceiling is for me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and that too. He does track for all is saying his body is still growing. That's true. If you've seen a different Arian this year, he certainly put on some more muscles and so on. So we're into the final semifinal of the men's 400-meter hurdles, and we're looking at Rai Benjamin, who's had the best of season for all of the big three. He's beaten them all, and 46 for him here. Rashawn Clark coming on not bad this season, so we'll see what we get there too. Bergstrom the like as well. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at this, and we'll get back to the. I'll take a look at the race. And they're off. Oh yeah, Rai Benjamin is already taking it out on everybody already. He's moving really fast here. Way above. Clark looks decent too. But Benjamin is gonna come off the top on everybody else. But a good run in there by Rashawn Clark too. Oh, someone just fell. Someone just fell. The French athlete looks good too, but Rai Benjamin is way. He's a country mile ahead of everybody. He's now just jogging. He's gonna win this Olympic title. It looks like. Rashawn Clark now will finish in second position and ensure that he gets on the podium. So Rai Benjamin just jogged 47.86. I don't think I've ever seen anyone jog a 47.86 like that. Probably Varham before, but this is super special right there. I mean, this is just outrageously good. So Clark ahead of Hapio from France. Let me get that up on the screen. And those two will qualify, which suggests that the Santos from heat number one will go through because he went 47. So 47.85 for Rai Benjamin, as smooth as you can imagine it would be. Clark 48.34, Hapio 48.66. So we're looking at Samba at 48.20 as well, right? So the summary here is, where is it? Once they update that, we can talk about it. Let me see where you are on all of this. Robert says the 200 right now is the weakest men's race. Why he said? I mean, there's a few good guys out there, but not a lot, I guess. The way in the 100, if you compare to the 100 meters, but you have Kenny, you have Arian, you have Let's See the Toboga, and you have Noah. It's pretty. It could be worse, but I understand where you're coming from. Uh, Another comment here: sponsorship deals are only good for good performance from their. I guess you're saying the athletes to get paid. I don't. Yeah, if you can clarify that, I'm not sure I understand. All in the game. Congrats to Maggie, who just made his third consecutive Olympic 400-meter final. Yeah, big time there for the big Estonian. So Samba makes it through along with Alistair dos Santos. So there is a Jamaican representative there in the form of Rashawn Clark. Rai Benjamin looks the smoothest, if you ask me. Agro is saying, do you think that MVP should limit Sharika to one event in the World Championships to reduce the risk of injury? I don't know. I guess it depends on what caused the injury, right? And whether or not the injury is a result of overwork. That is the question you have to know the source of the injury or and so on. I don't know though. Not in a capacity to really say. But that's what you were thinking. You were thinking she should go down to just one event. Yeah. All in the game is saying Lyles, Kenny, Knight, and Tobago, DeGrasse. Healthy Zarnell makes the 200 one of the strongest sprint events. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking through it. Like, there's if you can get back DeGrasse to even a good point, yeah, there's a bunch of guys there that are pretty decent, more than decent, to be honest with you. Yeah. In fact, in many ways, the 200 is much stronger than it would have been in some of the Bolt era years, if you're being honest with you. Yeah. Yeah. Because there's a lot more guys that can do stuff. Yeah. Lucan said the 2028 Olympics is going to be in the US in LA. Yeah, it's next time in LA. That would be. Is that going to be third time for LA or four? Third time, right? Is it right? Yeah, it would be third time for LA, right? Because they hosted in 32. So I guess they'll join France, Paris rather, and London. Definitely, this bronze medal might be up for grab, guys. I don't like what I'm seeing from Alison DeSantis. Definitely don't like what I'm seeing. Just depends on where maybe Master could go, where Rashawn Clark could go, where Clement Duco could go. It's possible that we could get a shakeup in the 400-meter hurdles. Right now, I'm going with Rai to win. I think he's in incredible shape this year. Unless Varham can do something. I generally don't bet against Varham, but this might be a different year. Agar is saying, yes, I think they should only allow her to do one event to allow her to recover fully from her injury, and also because she's 29. Yeah, she is. She's been around for a while. She's done Ford and she's come all the way down. It depends, right? I suspect how long does it take to recover from the injuries is another question. Is it the case that she needs to pull out for the rest of the season? I don't know. There's a lot of a lot of things that we need to know. Did the 400 final run already? No, it hasn't gone yet. Yeah. The 400-meter final is coming up in 1 hour and 18 minutes. All in the game, Sharika turned 30 a few weeks ago. Yeah, yeah. So she's 30. She still looks good, obviously. I don't know what to say. That is a thing that you have to know the extent of the medical issue. And, but it does take a lot of work to do two events. But we'll see. I mean, she is the defending champion next year over the 200 meters in Tokyo. So there is a space there to allow a lot of time to heal the body and get ready. Hopefully, she'll be fine. Uh, it doesn't look as if she ruptured the hamstring, right? Like if she had a grade 3 tear right there, I would say it could be. You just never know how people bounce back from that because that would have required surgery most likely because that would be like full off the body there. If it's a cramp or a level or a grade 1, that can take anywhere from a few weeks to 2 months or so. It just depends, right? It just also depends on how the athlete responds to treatment and so on. But I don't know. Robert says, "Do you remember my bold prediction that Clark will get bronze?" I remember you saying that on the live, but at that point I just couldn't see it because I didn't really anticipate that the Santos would be in any kind of shape. That I just doesn't. I didn't think anybody could kind of challenge the big three, and still to challenge the big three means you have to run really fast. Allison looks off the cook, but off the boil a little bit, but that doesn't mean he can't still drop a 47-2 on you, right? Like that's the thing. And yeah, but it does open things up more. 200-meter semifinal. They are introducing them on the track right now. Just a quick look at it. Brian Level, Zize, Maswangani, Andre DeGrasse, defending Olympic champion, Orga there from Uganda, Kung Fu Kenny Bednarak, Uganda from the Dominican Republic, and McCoy from the Bahamas. I don't know what's happening to Level. I thought Brian would have improved subsequently from the Jamaica Championships, but he doesn't. He has not. Yeah. Ollie Game says only one American in the 400-meter final. Yeah, you would never have thought that, right? The depth is so big that you wouldn't think. All right, they're about to get off here. First two get through. It should be an easy run for Kung Fu Kenny, you would think. And they're off. And Kung Fu Kenny already making up the stagger. He's going to come off the top of the bed in front of everybody. Maswangani running decent there, but Ogango is right with him right now. And Kung Fu Kenny, the grass is working hard. It's going to be 1-2 Kenny and Aganda. Looks like the grass dipping ahead of Maswangani. Not particularly fast, into a slight headwind, 20 seconds flat. Uganda 2009. Those are your two automatic qualifiers. Andre Degrasse and the South African Sean Maswangani are on the bubble. 20.41 to 20.42. Interesting. Interesting. DeGrasse has had a shocking Olympics, according to all in the game in the comment section. He has. He's definitely done now for sure. I can't see 20.41 getting into the final. In fact, the other athletes should be ashamed of themselves if they allow that. Kenny just taking a check there. Ogando also going through the motions. At least DeGrasse did enough to ensure that he gets the second position. The third position, rather. But I don't know if it's good enough. Brian Level finishing at in 20.93 seconds. Zize 2081. Argot also a bit disappointing for me. 20.64, unless he picked up an injury that I didn't know about. And McCoy finishing in fifth, 2061. So your top two, Kung Fu Kenny and Alexandra Ogando. The second heat is coming up next. It'll feature the 100-meter champion Noah Lyles. Also feature Aaron Brown, who finds his way around a lot. Josh Hartman, Letsile Tebogo. The Italian is there too. Desalu. It should be easy running for Lyles and Tebogo here. Let me get back to the comment section. All in game. Oganda smartly scratched his 400-meter repechage round. Yep, because it's not like he had a chance in that. So there's Tebogo in lane 8, Noah Lyles in 6. Those two should qualify comfortably. The Japanese guys are getting a lot more sprinters around. Uzawa is there. They got Sonny Brown. They got the guys in the 100-meter hurdles, 110-meter hurdles. The question for Lyles or Tobago is, are you conserving energy here? In the meantime, let me take a quick check on the women's pole vault just to get an update for my own son. So, Alicia Newman from Canada has cleared 4 meters 80. She's currently in the lead. So, one athlete over 480. We've lost how many now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, half the field eliminated in the women's pole vault. Is that Snoop Dogg with Noah's mom? Yeah. Yeah. The question I'd like to ask is, what is NBC paying Snoop Dogg? I haven't been following anything that they do, but I just see him everywhere. So, well, that's true. They have to change that. Usually, people only talk about track and field in the wide media circles in the Olympic years. Outside of that, at least here in the United States, I don't know. In Britain, is different. In they thought track is more important, but it's not gonna get this type of coverage that football or cricket gets there or the sports here. Clean start there. Good run by the athlete in lane 3 there or 2. That looks like Brown. Talboga running well. Noah Lyles coming off the curve. Maybe neck and neck with Let's Healy. Let's Healy's in the lead. Noah is also there. I think both of them are just cruising through. Let's Healy wins it in 1996. Lyles not pushing at all. Good run there from Let's Healy to run the curve, but he's checking at this moment. Lyles is just taking it easy, makes an extra step at the end, but Toboga there in front of Noah Lyles. We'll see. Let me put that up. So let's see going sub 20, probably a bit faster than I would like to see, but he has a lot in the legs, obviously. 1996 for Let's See Tobogo. Noah Lyles in second place in 20.08. And Sharamba at 2031. Where is that in the bubble? The bubble is 2041 for Andre DeGrasse and Maswangani 2042. So this is 2031 and 2037. So we'll have a new Olympic champion for sure. The defending champion will not get to the final. And that is not good. Let me get back to some of the comments here. All in the Game says NBC are paying Snoop what? 500,000 a day plus expenses to promote as many sports as possible. Robert says reports say they pay Snoop 500 per day. How many days? So, and he's there the whole Olympics because Snoop was carrying around the torch. He's there before the Olympics. We need Snoop's agent right here. We need Snoop's agent. You got to think, the Olympics is a 2-week thing, and he probably is getting paid 5 days before it starts, 10 days before it starts. You got to do all those pre-meetings and all that stuff. Nah, crazy. All in the Game. Toboga is on. He did run really well there. Let's just do it again. 1996, 20.08. And the Italian Desalu and Sharamba from Zimbabwe there or from Zambia, it's Zimbabwe rather. Sorry, on the bubble, on the bubble. Third heat. Let me just run that through, then get back to the comment section. There's a Nigerian, there's Rodney, there's Wade Van Niekerk. Let's see if he can do something. Fambule, Torto, Aaron Knighton. This should be easy. Career from Brazil. Joseph better run well. Yeah. All in the game is saying, how can Canada's 4x1 do with Brown and DeGrasse flopping badly? I don't know. They may not even make the final. It's a good question. At this stage, I probably need to go get the hammer thrower to come out. Rory says, think Lyle's messed up not winning his heat. He won't like his lane. What is Lyle's preferred lane anyway? Is it 7? Moza went over there on, is that 480? Let's check the pole vault. Where's the pole vault? Okay. Bunch of women over 4 meters 80. Katie Moon as expected. Moser there from Switzerland and Newman from Canada, all clearing 4 meters 80 on their first attempt. No one else has gone over yet. Shot there of Wade Van Niekerk in his lane. Anwar Ziki there as well. Let's see. Roy says, I think he likes 7 and 8. He may end up with one of them anyway. I mean, the cost of those cherries are worth it. Let's see. Yeah, 5-9 are the best options for him. Neither are ideal. Yeah, he's probably gonna get 9, or I don't know. He should be fine. I mean, he's quick enough. Like, oh, what's the update on the triple jump? Sorry about that. I totally forgot about that, Robert. Yeah, let's see what's going on in the triple jump right now. Jordan Scott. Let's see how many guys have gone through. Only 2 guys still qualified from. It's actually done on that side, so only 2 big on. Let's see. A few more guys have to do their final jump. Still only Zango and Diaz Fortune qualified from Group A. Group B. Whoa. Whoa. Jaden Hibbert has only done 1699, and he did 1695 in his second attempt, and he fouled on his third. This was 1699, is still third place in Group B. Group A, 1699. You got currently 1699 would be, so he's in 5th position because top 12 will go to the final if you can automatically get 1710. I have not seen any of the jumps from Hibbert. Has anybody been watching on a separate screen? I didn't even put up the triple jump separately. This is not a good look there. I wonder if he's hurt. All right, let's get on this race and I'll come back in a second. Oh yeah, I didn't put it on the screen, sorry. All right, 200 meters about to begin. That's a good run there. Looks like Knighton is running decent. Is that Fambulea behind? No, Aaron doesn't come off the curve good enough. He comes off in third position, but he's now getting into his running. Not looking that great, but he's gonna. Him and Fambole might win this neck and neck. He looks like it looks like Knighton winning this in the end. Into a headwind. He doesn't look happy. Doesn't look happy. So Aaron Knighton winning that in 20.09 ahead of Joseph Fambole 20.12. Let's see this again. Knighton he didn't attack the first 50 at all. So, and then the second part of the curve, he did not fly off it the way he needed to be. He looks a bit lost. His legs aren't really lifting that much. The guy from Zimbabwe is really working hard, but then he comes back in. There's a little bit of a check too from Fambule there, but the Liberian, they're making it through. I think all these three should qualify though. Hold on, let's see. So the guy 2016 will definitely make it through, yeah. So the US got 3 into the final there. Knighton is severely under race. He certainly is. He didn't look good at all there. Didn't run hard enough. He really needed to run much harder there. The men's discus will start soon. He can't get 6, 7, or 8, right? Yeah. Okay, that's not. What is this? Did you hear about Noah Lyles hush the NBA and the US basketball players? I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with all of that stuff, to be honest with you. But I know there's a little bit of a back and forth with them. Once the summer comes up here, I'll put it up in a second. Let me go back to the triple jump right now, because I don't know if I like what I'm seeing here. Okay, so I think everybody is gone. It's done. So let's see. 1707 is third place in Group 1. And in Group B is is 1699. So Hibbert will go to the final, but he hasn't gone over 17 meters, which is really interesting. Really interesting. Let's see the summary here. So these are the guys here. They got to go top. So I think Hibbert is in like 6th position right now in the ranking. So he'll get in the top 12 for the final. All the way down to Diaz Hernandez, who only got 1679 too. So that's a shocker as well. I wonder what happened in the triple jump. Chuck Fall says, let's get ready to rumble. Women's 400 meters. Yeah, that is coming up in another 21 minutes. Or 22 minutes or so, 21 minutes. That's going to be great. Good. That is going to be good. Don't go away, guys. I'm just going to make a quick run. All right. Get back to these comments here. All in the game is saying 4 Africans in the 200 final, 2 from Zimbabwe, which has to be a first. I would think so. Off the top of my head, I can't remember any of that stuff, so I would think so. Yeah, so the official triple jump finalists, these are the finalists. Hibbert is there with a small queue. So only three, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men with the automatic qualification standard of 17 meters 10. And yeah, there you have it there. Hibbert makes it. I think also Diaz Hernandez makes it as well in the 12th and final position. Yeah. Triple jump has 1 American in the final. Yeah. All right. All right. So up next on the track, the discus final will be going in a second. Let me get a quick look at the pole vault before I can see. Yeah, they're still navigating 4 meters 80. So yeah, so let's get back to we have next up the semifinals of the women's 400 meters. How is this going for you guys? You got Lika Klava, there is Nasa, there is Adalike. Part of me feels like this is going to be Adalike and Nasa with the automatic qualification there. Step too far for Bromfield, I would think. Gabby Scott as well. The likes of Victoria Hahorgu, coming from great lineage there. Big sister, Olympic champion. Can Jaga do something? Shouldn't sleep on her. Aliyah Butler too. Can't sleep on her either. This is a tough semi, but somehow NASA looks like she's getting back in form. In form. Yeah. Yeah, Paulina easily in the second semi. I think Paulina's in number 2, right? She's in the second one. Yeah, she is. She's in the same semifinal with Nakisha Price. That's a cracker right there. Price and Paulina. Alexis Holmes in that semifinal as well. Yeah, it's big running in some capacity. Yeah. And then the final semi will feature Amber Anning, Kazmarek, Sade Williams. I like her. Kotsia, probably too much. Kendall Ellis, kind of slightly disappointed with her performance, but who knows? She could pull something off. Yeah. And where am I here in the comment section? Grenada to the world. Kariana James for 400-meter male. I mean, yeah. I mean, gotta be honest with you. Karani, I didn't think he would be running this well at this age. This is his what, fourth consecutive Olympic final. That is some achievement there, and I think he's on the podium. I think if he can muster up the strength again to come back, he should he could be on the podium. Another comment here. All I really want is to be happy. And Agro says Price should not run to win her semi. She should just do enough to qualify for the final. Interesting. So just a more strategic thing. You don't think it matters for the lane? Yeah, we'll see. This is going to be an interesting semi there. In the meantime, let me give you an update on the men's final of the discus because it's currently in process right now. I think Aletna just went into the lead at 67.47. Denny from Australia, 66.83. The Austrian there at 66.72. These are all. What am I looking at here? No, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I apologize. Let me do this again. Uh, that was a qualification I was looking at there. Che is in the lead. Christian Che, 67.27. Denny, 66.89. And the Jamaicans are all off the mark as well. The Lithuanian, they are 66.47. Mullings has 65.66. Stahl, I don't know what's happening to Daniel Stahl this year. I don't know how much he has in the tank for this year. But yeah, all of them are on the board so far. You want to get in the top 8 so you can get the additional 3 throws. He is very strong guy. Karani will win. He got what it takes. This is another comment here about from Nivea about Karani James. Yeah, super special talent. To imagine that he has all of the medals from the Olympics, gold, silver, and bronze, and to be around this long, it's interesting. No, unfortunately, I won't be showing it. Can't do that. But hopefully, you can find it, and then we can come back and talk about it, or just watch it and come back. Uh, those were the lane position. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was the lineup. Sorry, yeah. And Karani will be on the podium in the. He is in good form. Yeah, I think so. I think he's gonna be on the podium. Yeah. So far in the discus, everybody has attempted except for Alekna. So we'll see. A couple more guys have to go, but it looks good so far. No fall attempts as yet. You imagine Mikolas might be a big one. Not sure what that is, Jared, but okay. uh, all in the game. We'll be disappointed if we don't get 3 sub 44s in the men's final, 4 sub 49s in the women. Whew. Looks Shabakova just went over there. The Czechia athlete on the pole vault. Let's see, what is that? Yeah, she went over. National record too for Czechia. Sabakova there, 480. So she went on her final attempt. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, that's a good there. Pushes the bar away. Enough to go over there. So now we have one, two, three, four, five women remain in the pole. Well, technically, yeah, five women remain in the pole vault right now. So we're getting into interesting territory in the women's pole vault. Sportsmax mentioned something about him having a knee injury. Who? Jaden Hibbert. Hmm. Yeah, back to your comment there, to all in the game. Yeah, I think you expect Hudson-Smith, Quincy Hall, Karani, Mike Norman should be able to go sub 44. You just don't know what you'll get from him. I would say those four should be getting you into sub 44 territory there in the men's 400 meters. While we're at it, since we're speaking about it, we could just put up the lane assignments there. That's how it will look in the final. And then also Samuel Congo, I forgot about him too. He could potentially go sub 44 too, depending on if he can come back and hit the heights that he had in the first round in the semifinals. Yeah, it would be interesting to see. That's that. So Norman has four, James five, Hudson-Smith and Samuel Congo, then Quincy Hall, Jeremy Richards from Trinidad in lane nine, Agazi in three, and Christopher Bailey in two. It's going to be interesting there. Uh, yeah, very interesting. How many guys you guys think can go sub 44? Hmm. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. uh, Carlton says Andre has been competing for 8 years. The legs are no longer there at this level. That's in reference to DeGrasse. Yeah, Andre DeGrasse. One of the things that we used to bank on is that he could have a subpar season leading up into a major championships and find his way on the podium. He went through some interesting difficulties too. I suspect family life. I don't want to touch. It's documented, but and coaching kind of setups. But he, it looks like a step too far, right? Clearly, it's a step too far this time. It doesn't mean the career is over. He could come back next year and deliver something in Tokyo at the World Championships if he's up for it. But for whatever it's worth, he's been a great servant for Canada. He's reached the heights of the sport, and DeGrasse will, go down as one of the great Canadians to in the sport of track and field. There's a shot of Roger Stoner there and his attempt. Is it the Stoner kid that they wanted to give a tryout in the NFL or something like, or not NFL, in college football, or one of them? One of these Jamaicans are big. All in the game is saying Katie Moon is going for four consecutive goals. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 21, 22, 23, 24. But Nina Kennedy looks good. I like Nina. I like what she's doing there. I'm still shocked by the Molly Carter thing. I don't understand that. But the bar is gonna go to what, 485 now with the five women remaining. Moon and Musser has the same record currently. They've all cleared on first attempts. So this should get interesting. This should get interesting. Should definitely get interesting. All in the game is saying will be a shocker of no American medals, especially Quincy Hall. It would be. Hall is interesting. I would like to see Hall in another year or two with better technique. He just runs really wild. But he should be on the podium, you would think. I mean, Hall more so than Norman. It's a big throw there from Kristen Shea. Jared said 5 people can go sub 44. Kenny got lane 4. The lanes are out for the 200 final. I haven't checked yet. Yeah. Oh, all in the game is saying assignments are out. Uh, I'll just lean on you guys to tell me without me going to look. So Tobago got 6, Knighton got 7, Uganda got 8. Where's Lyles? Let me check. The men's final. Let's get that up on the screen. Oh, I don't know if I can get that one up. So it's Noah Lyles is in 5, Tobago 6, Knighton 7, Uganda 8, Fambule 9, Kenny 4. Whew. Makarau in 3, and Sharamba in 2. Kenny gets to see the entire field right here. Got Lyles in 5. It's behind Tobago like the semifinal night. Interesting. Let's see. I'll get back to some comments here. If I could put this one up. For some reason, I don't know if I can share this one. This is the final here, guys. That's the final of the men's 200 meters. I'll get to some comments in a second. Yeah, and Lias did get 5. I'll get to you in a second, St. Clair. I saw that comment that you made. So St. Clair says people are going in on Atto because of what he said about Elaine. Yeah. So is this because Atto? Oh, okay. Atto said, what did he say? He had something about Elaine not being able to reach the heights that she's done before. Is that? I don't know. I mean, I did see the clip, to be honest with you. He seemed like he was in his element. He wasn't restrained in his thoughts. I I guess I don't know how to think about it, to be honest with you. He did say she's done. I don't think she's done from a track and field perspective. Can she get back to 21.5 and 10.5? I don't. That is something I don't know, right? That is probably hard to do, but you never know, right? I mean, she's had a lot of injuries in her life, right? So that's not easy. Let's see how she returns to the track first, right? She has to return to the track healthy, and then we can get a better sense of that. I would say get back to the track healthy and see what you can do. Yeah. 21 was a special year. You know, you're not quite sure if you can get back to those levels. It's like 2009 was a special year for Bolt. He never really got back to that, right? He probably didn't need to, but I mean, he did go 19.6 in London, but 9.6 in London rather. I don't know. I mean, Michael Johnson didn't get back to 96 year, except he did he did break the 400 in some years after. So to say you get back to those very fast PB times is hard to predict that for sure. Yeah, yeah. That I don't know if she can get back to, but only if she. I don't think the career is over. That's the question. That if that's the question, no. If she had an injury like something that if she actually fully ruptured the Achilles, then I would say it could be it's probably over because then it becomes really challenging to really repair that and get back to the level. The same like with Ulimar. I would be shocked if Ulimar can go 15 meters again. I'm just saying. But I mean, sports science change. Things are different. You just never know. But we'll get back to that. Semifinals are going to be on the way here for the women's 400 meters. I'll get to some of that stuff. Neryl's asking about track is rigged. It's not really rigged. There's a system for that. We can talk about that later. Kenny should be in lane 8. Atta says Elaine's body was okay. Usain Bolt broke the right record in lane 5. Saw that Bromfield has been getting a lot of disgusting messages from some Jamaican fans since the 100-meter final. Yeah, I did see something like this. That is also pathetic. I mean, people just should just restrain themselves. But anyway, let's get to this 400-meter. We can unpack some of those things in a second there. I have Adelike and NASA going through automatically, even though I like Lika Clava. NASA has just been doing some interesting stuff of recent times. And there's a clean start there. And Clava never left the blocks. Oh, Clava sat back down. They're going to disqualify her. She went up in the set position. Then she went back down. No, they will. She can get disqualified for that. Is she saying that they held the start too long? They held the set too long? Well, she better say she heard stand up or something. She might get a. Can she get a red for this? They're checking the start. She got a yellow card for this. A little bit of warning for Lika that will stick with her if she gets to the final, I think. Actually, I think Lika Klava could have been disqualified here. She got lucky. Also, they could have gone on with the race too. This is interesting. Yeah, if you get a yellow card, it sticks with you. Clean start now for everybody. NASA is in the lead. She's eating it up on Adelike right now. Adelike is still holding her own. Clava is probably in third. I don't know who's that behind her running well. Janelle Brunfield looks like she's struggling out there in lane number 9. But Adelike and Clava and NASA, I apologize, are working. NASA is working the curve really well. We've seen her run some brilliant 300s. Let's see if she has what it takes to continue all the way to the end. She's coming into the stretch. We're very comfortable, really opening it up on Rashidat. I think Rashidat is checking I'm not 100% sure. But NASA is brilliant. Whoa, 49.09 there for 49.08 there for NASA. Adelike, is she struggling or she was checking? Oof. Adelike had to dip to ensure that she got the automatic qualifier. That is not good. Jega there from Lika Klava finishing in fourth. Jega in third at 50.17 and Lika Klava on the bubble with 50.44. Hahorgu 51.14. Butler very surprised at that run to 51.18. Scott from Puerto Rico 51.22 and Bromfield from Jamaica in eighth 51.93. NASA looks interesting. She's just right now. NASA has changed the dynamics here of the medals potentially. She had a lot there. This was sub 49 quite easily here. That's easy there from Salwar, NASA. Huh. So Jega and Lika Klava on the bubble there with 50.17 and 50.44. I'll get back to the comments in a second. Crazy, Rennie. Let's see what Nina Kennedy is doing at 485 here. And she's over 485. Nina Kennedy, that is 485 for her. Let's say could impact the 4x4. Maybe I missed out on that one, Rory. Forgive me if I did. Yeah, Nerol is saying NASA is back. She certainly is back. Jared, wow, 49.08 in the semi. All the game is like he's coughing here. Rory, that seemed a bit much for a semifinal. Mina, welcome to the party. NASA is going to win this. I mean, all season. I don't know if you guys remember the live I did. I did a live and we were like thinking about before the Olympics, and I was like, is NASA back? Because she was just dropping time after time, and she wasn't getting close to like sub 49 by then. I think it was like 49.4 or 49.3. But now she's that's a big draw there from Denin. Hold on, let me get the discuss here. 69.97 for Anelka. I didn't even see that Olympic record there. Denny just did 69.31. Let me give you an update on the discus right now. Denny looks good, 69.31 there. Mikolas already with an Olympic record at 69.97. Che in third. Whew, the discus is hotting up there. Newman went over 485 on her second attempt. The pole vault is going really nice. Nina Kennedy in the lead because she cleared on her first attempt. Katie Moon cleared on her second. Newman on her second as well. Moza scratched at 485. Makes sense to scratch. Sabikova should scratch too, I think. She should probably go straight to 490. Yeah, let's see where we are in the comments section. All in the game. 49.08 is her second best time ever. What did she run in the final in London? Before she went sub 48. From sub 49 rather in Doha. Can't remember. Fastest semi ever. Yeah, Monte. Really, really crazy there. St. Clair said Adelike run too easy. NASA back in the fray. Definitely. Agro Bromfield need to ignore the illiterate people. They are the ones creating problems in the country. It's a really good statement there, Agro. Roy, I was talking about the yellow. Oh, right. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Rashidat was out of it in the home stretch, to be honest. And Carlton says women's 400 meters, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Bahrain. Mina Nasser did 49.09 jogging in the last 10 meters. No, it's scary. It is scary. I mean, this is interesting to say the least. To say the least, this is interesting. Mina 49.09. She just ran. Yeah, there's outrageous time there. Outrageous time in a semifinal. And as all in the game is saying, our second best time ever. Second semifinal coming up right now in the women's 400 meter. Her heats features two pre-race favorites, Nikisha Price from Jamaica and Paulina from the Dominican Republic. Clean start there. And it came back not clean, actually. Reaction time. No one went before the gun, though, right? Oh, Nielsen twitched there. Nielsen twitched. She twitched, but she did not go. Hold on. She did twitch, though. Yeah, they're holding them for a while, but she twitched from behind. You could see the twitch, but I don't know. What card is coming? Going in the back pocket? No, side pocket. It's a warning there for Nielsen from Great Britain. I feel like, is this a change in the sport, or if you do this in Tokyo next year, you're gonna get knocked out? Anyway, they are about to start again, guys. Lots of incidents so far in the women's 400 meters. Shot here of Nikisha Price, like walking back into the blocks right now. All right, clean start right now. Good running there from Nikisha Price. Looks like she's making up the stagger. Alexis Holmes not doing much right now, it looks like to me. Paulina also tearing up the backstretch, eating up Nielsen. And she's coming up now around the bend. It looks like Price and Paulina. Paulina working the second part of the curve. She's going to come off the top of the bend with a commanding lead there. That's Paulina. Nikisha Price has some work to do to ensure that she gets one of the automatic spots. And she looks like she's struggling right now. I don't think Nikisha Price will automatically qualify. She won't make this final. It's going to be Alexis Holmes. Nikisha Price gets run out of this in a big way. That's a shocker. Alexis Holmes there. Paulina shut this down in such a remarkable fashion. Look how she shuts this down and ran 49.22. This was much better than Nasa there from Paulina. What happened to Nikisha Price there, guys? Price just this. That is. Look at that. Nielsen ends up with the third position in 50.69. Price 50.77. That is the shock, is a shocker of all shockers. 50.17 by Jaka and 50.44 by Lika Clava. So yeah, Nielsen and Price will not make it to the final. Did not see that coming. Absolutely didn't see this coming. Not after the first round run. Not after the 48 world lead in London, which to me confirmed that she was back in shape in terms of freshness. Still Paulina for me for the gold medal, as I've been saying all season. I don't think NASA can beat her still, unless NASA still has some more. But that run from Paulina was as impressive as you like. Alexis Home there qualifying automatically with 50 flat. What just happened right there, guys? I'm shocked, right? I look. It's not going good at all for the Jamaican women. My God. Rory saying, "What is this?" I think you're expecting. That's probably in reference to Price. Who expected Price not to make the final? Not a single person, to be honest with you. Sabakova is gone on the pole vault. All in the game says shocker from Price. Jared, Paulina can run 4-7. I don't know. Definitely 48 lows. Mid to high 48. Mid to high 48 for me for sure. 47, I don't know. Quinten, I'm not. Where are you located? It depends on where you're located. I mean, I can't so you can see. To be honest with you, I mean, maybe someone can help you in the chat with a stream, but I don't know. And if you do find a stream, come back and chat. All in the game. Paulina is so strong. I mean, ridiculous there from her. Jared, Paulina, Price rather is out of the finals. Robert, what the heck? I don't know. Jamaica 4x4 in serious trouble now. Yeah, maybe she picked up an injury. It has to be an injury. You can't move from 48 to that. And she was very comfortable in the first round. A lot of people might point to this long NCAA season. That was my initial concern about most of these athletes. But all those fears I didn't have anymore about Nikisha, because Nikisha had a time to come back down, and then she went back to London and run that fantastic time. And I thought she was fresh and ready. She looked good in the first round of the 400 meter. And then now this, she must have been hurt. I mean, it can't be a tactical race. We'll have to watch it again, because, to be honest, when you watch it live, sometimes you don't see everything. But she had nothing. She went for the reserves and nothing was there. So it must be an injury. I mean, I don't even know what to say. All in the game. Worst ever Olympics for Jamaica on the track in modern times, for sure. This It's just shocking. Shocking beyond belief. Robert said Paulina seems to gain some. You mean what? You mean like in the stretch she's like hitting it? I don't know. Mean and NCAA champions really do well at the Olympics at the year they won NCAA. They lack experience. No, I do understand that. That's why I was always thinking that way, but I didn't expect that from Price this year because usually I think the reason why you might find sometimes they are hard to do is because the season's extremely long, which you know that for sure, Mina. But I don't know. I think she looked fine, and then all of a sudden nothing there. All in the game. Amber and also I ran a long NCAA season, ran the mixed 4x4. Let's see how she does in the third semi. Yeah, and they are all from the same program too, right? Roberts. Oh, Paulina seems to gain some muscles. She looks strong. I mean, as I've been saying all season, I don't think anybody can beat her. I mean, what NASA did look interesting, but we'll see. The third of three finals are on track right now, and yeah. Clean start there for the women's 400 meter semifinal. Again, I feel like the starter is holding them too long. Anning looks good right now. Where's Kazmarek? Ellis is way out of it already. Kazmarek is running good. Amber Anning looks like she's in the mix though. The two of them look like they're gonna come off. Anning is gonna come off the top of the bench, slightly ahead of Kazmarek, and Sade Williams is getting into the mix right now. She needs an extra quick kick if she wants to get that automatic spot. Kendall Ellis is flying down there, but Anning is going to take this ahead of Kazmarek, or it could be Kazmarek. Anning, it's hard to see. It looks like a photo finish there. And Williams from Barbados with the third place. I think Williams for sure will make the final. So yeah, Kazmarek wins it in 49:45 ahead of Amber Anning in a PB of 49:47. And the Bayesian there, 49:89, always shows up when it counts. Kendall Evans didn't have enough to be in the mix, 50-40. Gomez from Cuba, 50-48. The Mexican Moran, 50-73. Williams from Jamaica, 50-79. And Coetzee from South Africa, 51-60. Big PB there for Amber Anning. Well, not big, but PB there for Amber Anning. I like Sade a lot. She kept her composure. But right now, Amber Anning was just like checking. She didn't work. She worked enough. She knew she and Kazmarek were in the top two position, and they just basically managed their energy for the last few meters of this 400-meter semifinal. We'll get to the summary in a second. Let me catch you on some of the comments here. Rory said, Steiner went and won the US 200 after winning NCAA, but they had no legs left. Yeah, usually that's the case. I don't know how you can see it on. If you're in the States, you can watch it on Peacock or NBC or Peacock. All in the game says, well judged, Amber. She certainly did run that really well. Rory, I can't tell if Annin was running full out that race or if she's just tired. I think she looked okay. I think she had a little bit left if needed. Not 100% sure. And it's a PB according to Rory. Yes, it's a PB. Mina, I think NASA and Pauline are going to go down in similar fashion when NASA beats um, Shawnee Weber in Doha. Interesting. Ivan is saying, how are you doing today? I'm doing well. I think everybody in the chat should be doing well as well. Thank you for coming on. Agro, are you on track with the 400 semis? I mean, look at that. Uh, said Sade would make the final, and she did. And you're asking GB winning silver, unknowing the US will only, with only one finalist, will still go win gold. Yeah, for sure. No, Team GB is definitely getting the silver. I think I had them for silver regardless, but we'll see. Let's take a quick look at the pole vault in a second. Let me do the summary first of the 400-meter semifinal for women. Then we take a look at the pole vault. NASA leads the way with 49.08, very comfortable on her end. Even more comfortable for me was the victory from Paulina 49.21, Kazmarek 49.45, Anin 49.47, Williams 49.89, Adelike 49.95. So 8 of the 7 women into the final running on the 50 seconds, 50 flat for Alexis Holmes and Jaga from Norway. If that, I'm probably not even pronouncing her name correctly. 51.7. Those are the finalists for the women's 400 meters. Let's take a quick look at the pole vault. It looks like it's hotting up right now. Nina Kennedy there. I just seen the shot on the screen, the jump on the screen rather. Clearing 490. Kennedy is in the lead at 490 on the first attempt. Katie Moon failed on her first attempt. And right now, Kennedy has the gold medal in one hand right now. It would require Katie to clear at 490 or just decide to go to 495 if she wants to go up. What's that? It's like a big throw. Stoner just delivered a huge throw in the discus. He went all the way 70 meters for Roger Stoner, immediately in the lead on his fourth attempt. That is a big throw from the Jamaican there. I just caught the end part of it right on the 70-meter line, flush on the 70-meter line. Stoner there with a massive attempt. And Ryan Krauser in the stand there jumping for joy for Stoner. That is an impressive throw if you ever ask me. 70 meters on the dot. And the big Jamaican has taken the lead in the shot put. That is up there. I'll let know. That's an Olympic record by the Jamaican. Olympic record right there. There's 2 more attempts remaining for him. Alekna still needs to go. He's now in second position at 69.97. You'd have to think he has something in those arms as well. Denny and Che. This is hotting up right now. Really hotting up in the mix, guys. That was a massive throw there from Stoner. Where are we here? All in the game is like big boy throw. Yeah. Carl, how are you doing? Stoner. Victory to Lavina and Jurgen to Amba. Oh, Victoria. Sorry, what am I saying? Most likely, that's you're giving the order there of the women's 4x4. They will be special there. Have WADA tested NASA? Have WADA been testing that? Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. Once you also AIU is on top of whenever you do whereabouts violation and you come back from suspension, I think they usually target you much more than normal. So you have to be thinking that she's getting tested really frequently. I touch you, Paulina, easily. You mean told me? Okay, yeah. Paulina is there. Rory saying, forget about Horrigo. What? Not sure why Keely doesn't ever run it. I don't know if you want to take that kind of risk. I don't know where Keely is with a flat speed over the 400. I suspect she could give you a sub 1450 leg for sure, but I don't know. Alekna here didn't get to 70 meters. Carol Julian finished last in a Janelle finished last in a yeah, she did. It wasn't to be. The shocker, however, though, remains Nikisha Price. Who would have thought that was coming this year? Uh all in the game response, not fast enough. 51.61 PB around the 400. at GB trials and got dusted by the specialist. Yeah, she doesn't have the kind of leg speed like I think Mo in her prime. That would not be a good idea, I don't think. I mean, if injuries were to beset the British Team GB, then I suspect Keely would run a good leg or good enough leg given our situation. Alekna there on his fourth attempt, only going 68.88. Yeah, yeah. Whoa. That throw was special there from Roger Stone. So Alekna went Olympic record. That's a fall throw there from that guy. Alekna did an Olympic record, then Roger Stone and knocked the Olympic record there as well. Just a quick status update again on the men's discus. This is where you are. Stoner looks like he failed on his attempt. I'm gonna see it again here in the what it looks like on this. Stoner is a big dude too. He trains with Ryan Krauser, right? Oh, he hits that one straight into the thing. He has one attempt left. He just needs to calm down. He might need it. I don't know how you see it, Quinton. It depends on where you live, right? If people were trying to ask where you are, they probably could help you with thinking about where a stream is. If you're in the United States, you gotta have some affiliation with NBC, either on their television or you do it on Peacock. Uh, Elsewhere, I have no idea. Yeah, 400-meter final coming up there, Kyle. Are you excited? What's your prediction? Oh, you just showed me. I think Matt Hudson-Smith got this. It's gonna be interesting for sure. Let me get up the start list for that. That's gonna be big time running there. I expect Quincy Hall to go sub 44 again. Maybe Samuel Congo, if he can get his body to do that back to back. Karani James, the elder statesman, can he do that as well? I think if he runs well, he's on the podium. Hudson-Smith probably look most comfortable. What about Norman? I don't know what to expect there. I'm going with Hudson-Smith, Hall, and James on the podium right now. All in the game, you're not easy. Yesterday's price is not today's price. You're not easy at all. Grenada, people shouting out Grenada. In the US, you can stream it on, I guess, NBC, but you will need VPN if you're outside. Okay. Mm. Whoever is the Nigeria official partner for their gear has a great design team. It's interesting you would say that, Ivan. I think I saw. Yeah, I've never been the one to kind of think through the fashion or the things that athletes wear, but whatever. I go back to the point you're making. I remember like some of the Nigerian people were upset with the clothes that was produced for either the opening ceremony or maybe the gear they're running itself. So for you to like it means a lot. It looks good. I don't think. Yeah, Hall did look good. Hudson-Smith coming through here, pointing the number one finger as he enters. This is going to be a final that we've not seen in a long time in terms of high quality. No Stephen Gardner. That's a miss. That's what, 3 in a row for Gardner. But anyway, we have some good competition here. Carl, I'm cheering for Richards as well. I should cheer for Richards. My wife is actually Trinidadian. And I like Jerim a lot. I think to do the 400 is the right thing. He has about PB this year, about 44.18. He would have to find something really special he'd have to set this up to another level to get on the podium. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think so. Probably because of how I'm doing some of these things, and then the stream comes in slightly a little bit like after too. She's burnt out from the NCA, plus the living condition at the athlete village may have affected her. Is that inside information? Yeah, this year too, I got rid of like cable. I just went straight to like fiber optic stuff, and then I use YouTube TV. So it's probably a little bit slower, even though I have gig speeds going up and down. Uh, Kelsha is saying in Grenada we're gonna have fireworks tonight, regardless of whatever happens. Definitely, because or was that pre-planned? The fact that a guy can go fourth straight in the Olympics in terms of final, super special. Ivan says, I'm surprised it kind of reminds me of the Nigerian soccer jersey that they had in 2018. I believe it was the same. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. This is a clean start by these guys here. Really good running from Karani James too. HUDSON-SMITH looks good. Quincy All, I don't like it, but he looks okay. Summer Conga too. Doesn't look like no one's eating up the stagger really well. James looks really good too. Richardson's running a blinder out there. Already the face on Quincy Wilson looks ridiculous. HUDSON-SMITH is making the step right now, but Karani James is coming around, and Richards is running a really blinder, right? A big blinder right here. Jerome Richards is running the race of his life, but Quincy Hall is coming. HUDSON-SMITH is coming. Hall is gonna win this. Hall is gonna do this over. Quincy Hall wins this over HUDSON-SMITH. I can't believe he came all the way back from that. We should not be surprised. Look at that run there. And Samuel Conga, too. Again, HUDSON-SMITH loses a major final on the line, back to back years. 43-40. Forget about world records, but this is a super, super time because I knew that was never going to happen at all. But this is a really top class time there. 43-40 is a massive time for Hall. That puts him up there, right behind Butch Reynolds, probably for the United States. Am I correct on that? And we have to check that. HUDSON-SMITH 43-44, national record, era record. Samuel Conga there 43-74. Jareem Richards running the race of his life, national record for Trinidad and Tobago 43-78. Karani James 43-87. Five men under 44 seconds. Mike Normal in dead last. We have to talk about that later. Outrageous. So let me see. It's Michael Johnson, Butch Reynolds, then Hall, right, for US now. And so this is a big, big time here from Quincy Hall because it has to be Van Niekerk, Johnson, Butch. Then it's Quincy, right? Is it Quincy? Ridiculous run there from. Let me see it again. Jeremy Richards was in it from way out in lane 9. Stand up to Trinidad there. But Samuel Conga was flying through like you would never believe there just to get that. Big, big run by Muzala Samuel Conga. Look at the face of Quincy Hall. HUDSON-SMITH again loses a major final at the end. Hall, big time, big time. Samuel Conga is best. I'm gonna get to the comments, guys. This is hilarious. We have where am I on these comments? I don't even know what to say here. Margaret is asking for lies. Hall 1 did a search. The transmission on the first page. What? But not the top 10. Oh my God, from Ivan here. He took it off Smith again. 4340. What? WTF? I almost read that out loud. Two Tracks Association led by egotistical jokers are fighting against each other and not working in the best interest of the athletes. That was wow there. 43-4 yesterday. Matthew Hobson-Smith took off quick from 3 to 400. Look at that. Hudson-Smith is in the when you look at the face of Hall, you thought he was done. You thought he was done. Him and Samuel Congo. And look at that. James is trying to stay relaxed. Richards is pumping. But at this stage, you have nothing in the tank, ladies and gentlemen. And it's just like, look at that. Look at that. This is one of the finals of the finals. National record. Imagine going 43.87 and not sniffing the podium, 43.78 and not getting on the podium. Whoa. What's up with Mike Norman? What is up with Mike Norman? Outrageous. Where are we in Quincy Hall? Shout out to him. Mad respect. And to be honest with you, Hall is not even ready yet in terms of putting together the perfect race. He swims on the track. He has a lot of issues to work on. Forget that, obviously. But Olympic champion, moving all the way up to what, fifth or on the all time list. Big time running there by Quincy Hall. Big time by him there. The man, he delivered, and all the talk they were talking about the guy. Whew. As I said, very happy for Samuel Congo. Exactly. 5 sub 44s normal, so typical. Yeah. Yeah, Hall got that dog in him. Yeah, he definitely found something there. You are in the trenches, you need him. You want him beside you. Jared said, I said 5 sub 44s you did. Margaret, he did not come to play. I mean, that was fire. You got to like that video tonight if you really like what you saw in that men's 400 meters. Imagine running 43-44 and getting second. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine that. Margaret says the dog! Exclamation. Robert, Hudson-Smith lost his form. I said in chat last week, Richards will be on the podium. He almost made that podium. Look at that. Almost. Out of lane 9-2, but actually, let me take this back on Hudson-Smith. I don't even think he could have done anything better. You mean I'm here criticizing him, but 43-44 is ridiculous running. 43-44 would win almost every final we've seen, bar a few. It's just tough that he lost twice. Yeah, I know what you meant there, all in the game. Jared said, I thought Jeremy was going to run a second world record. LOL. Hall swam to the finish line. Yeah. Did Michael Norman had a mid-season? I mean, I don't know what happened to Norman. That's another day we have to work that out. All in the game, Noah Lyle said he'll put himself on the 4x4 ahead of Hall. I remember this. I saw that, and they were like killing the guy on the internet too. I don't really spend a lot of time on social media stuff, but it popped up, and I was like, what is going on there? And then, yeah. But For sure, guys, for sure. Hall did something there. He pulled up on us in a way that's massive. Let me get to update on the discus. Let me just do that quickly. We are Roger Stoner still in the lead. Let me put that on the screen. I'll go back to the rest. Right now, Proofer is throwing. He is where is he? He is so Che needs to go, Denny needs to go, Alekna needs to go, and then Stoner. So that's where we are. So currently, the big Jamaican is still in the gold medal position, but you still have Nicholas rather Alekna. He can go really far too. You can't put it past him. Denny as well, but Che, I don't know. Che hasn't gotten the series right, but you never know. You'll never know. It's getting close though. Let me get back to these comments that I missed here. I am still with Noah that he should take Hall's place on the 4x4. What to do? You mean, so Team GB will have a better chance or something? I don't know. Hudson-Smith, that was an amazing. Hudson-Smith, that was amazing. Smith, probably flawless. I mean, yeah. In the end, he can't really complain. All in the game is asking if he's drunk. Amazing from Hudson-Smith. I'm kidding. Come on. Though, please put Noah on heat. And yeah, we'll get back to the discuss here. Che is in the stand there. So Che fails on his final attempt. So currently, Matt Denny is up. Let's see what Denny can do. The discus is coming down to the final throw. Unless something out of the world happens, the big Jamaican might win this. He has the discus in his hand, just waiting. Denny goes 66-44. So only Alekna can go ahead of Jamaica. So the worst the big Jamaican can finish is silver. So bronze for Denny. Matty Denny from Australia will have bronze. I'm just watching this here. Mikala Sanekla failed on his attempt, and Jamaica wins a gold medal in the men's shot put. Who believed that? Who saw that coming? We know Stone had a big throw early this season, but everybody went to that meet and had a big throw. Alekna fails on his final attempt. I haven't seen the throw yet. He's in the sector right now. It's certainly good that you're running different streams because I have no idea what NBC is doing over there on the other stream. They left the discuss. I've been saying it in the field events is saving Jamaica, yeah. Gold for Stoner in the discus. And Lekna fails on that. He walks out. And the big Jamaican wins. Hopefully, Olympic record for Roger Stoner. The probably most unexpected record there in the discus. Sorry. Did I say shot put? If I said shot put, I made a mistake. So Alekna, the world record holder, did not. Stoners, he was pumping the crowd up, but he fouled on his final attempt. But the Olympic champion in the discus is a big Jamaican, 70 meters on the dot, Olympic record. Can't break that for 4 years. He'll enter the record books. And that is a fabulous night for a Jamaica team that's not having an Olympic Games that they would want. Yeah. That is fantastic. Congratulations to Stoner. And you have to remember the name. Winning it on his fourth attempt at 70 meters. Mikola Sanekla, the world record holder, a guy that comes from a discus tradition like no other, silver medal. And Matthew Denny from Australia at 69.31 claims the bronze medal. That is special there. All in the game, as US coach, would you put the Mike Norman that finished last on the 4x4? Not in the slightest. I think if he's not injured, then there's even bigger problems going on there. Yeah. Fantastic. Congrats, Stoner. Yeah, that is up there. Big time running. So let's get on the pole vault real quickly. Let me see if I have that up there. Yeah, pole vault is going on. Do we have steeplechase? No one should go. Steeplechase is going to be fired tonight. Nina Kennedy will win the gold medal clearly. Well, actually, no. Let's back up on that. Let's see. One more attempt for Katie, right? Yeah, Newman wins bronze. The Canadian won the bronze medal here. She had failed attempts at 490, so she finishes in a national record for Canada. Newman 485. Moon equals her season best at 485 here. Trying to fail on her attempt at 495. Kennedy also failed on her first attempt, but I think Moon has one next. Margaret is saying it can be nutrition issue with Norman. It can't be nutrition issue. Someone said something about nutrition. Did I miss that? It has to be mental right there because either injury physically or he's just not thinking about the race the right way. Yeah, I mean Krauser is there with they train together. I didn't know he was the coach, but yeah, interesting. I know they train together, but that is big time there from Stoner. Big time. Well, at least the Jamaicans won't go home without a goal. All in the game. Newman finally gets on the podium. Moon misses out on fourth in a row. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, she failed on the last attempt there. And so Nina Kennedy from Australia wouldn't win the gold medal. Katie Moon and Newman, Alicia Newman, they're from Canada with the bronze. Yeah, gold for Australia, Carl is saying. What a contrasting performance for Jamaica. Best performance in the field events and worst performance for the track events. Yeah. It's one of those Olympics. Rory Carter still has the women's pole vault world lead and didn't make the final. Must be tough to take. Definitely, because she just I couldn't understand the Monica Carter situation, if I'm being honest with you. It just didn't look good at all. And thank you everybody for dropping the likes and subscribing. I don't know how to explain that at all. Nina Kennedy there. Congratulations to her. She's fantastic jumper. Molly Kaji, yeah. I don't know. Oops. Up next is the final event on the track is the men's steeplechase. All in the game is saying, will El Bakali do four in a row like Mondo and Krauser, or will Germa finally get it right? That was my question. I don't know what to say. Every time we count out Sufain El Bakali, he delivers. Lemacha Germa has not delivered the way he should. He is quicker than El Bakali, but I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't even get the silver medal. I mean, Wale could get the silver medal as well. I mean, there's Kibiwat too. I don't know. It's hard. It's just really hard to predict against Sufain El Bakali. Yeah. Leo Carney says Michael Norman got a deal with Toyota. He's looking bad for his deal. I'm not quite sure what happened to him. He ran in the first, and he looked good in this Olympics too. In the first round, he ran that 44:10. Is a 44:10? He looked decent. I didn't anticipate much. Oh, and speaking of that too, you can't. I mean, Surme is there too. I forgot about him. I had him in my predictions as potentially being on the podium. Got got into the final because he was pushed. Uh, Kenny's in 8 and Oganda in 4. Kadri should have come at a lower height according to Carl. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Oh, they corrected the 200-meter lane draws. Kenny's now in 8. Okay. Noah Eliza, Mike Norman, China 2016 trials as high schoolers. The talent is not. It's not about talent with Norman. I don't think. I mean, if he reveals that he's carrying something, then we can discuss that. But it doesn't look good from an athlete of his stature. I don't know how to explain it. Robert says Norman is a choker. Kind of looks that way. Norman ran 44.3 in his semi. It's strange. Lamacha Gurma right beside Sufa and El Bakali. This is going to be good. The only thing left for the day. For 3,000 meters steeplechase off and running. Norman not running like a pro athlete. I don't know. Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah. It's good to see an Indian athlete in the steeplechase. It's the Indian guy just taking it out early, but I'm not quite sure why he's doing pacing activity. But we'll see. I mean, he's good though, but I don't want to. I don't think he should be leading the pace on this though. Agro says goal for Jamaica in men's discus. Oh, certainly, yeah, big time for him there. Just a steeplechase remaining tonight, guys, and it's gonna be a good one. It just takes a while to get into it. There's Germa ahead of El Bakali, ahead of Kibuat. The other Ethiop, I think that's Wale in front of him too, I believe. Yeah, Wale behind Sabel there from India. The problem is they have to really push this because El Bakali will outkick. Oh, and he's shown this before that he's better than the rest when it comes to kicking. So if you're a Lemaitre Gurma, you may have to go out a bit harder, but you don't want to sacrifice yourself too. The challenge of these races in a championship year is there's nothing to guide you. So you're not getting any paces, you're not getting any wave light, and you have to do this all by yourself. But again, the Ethiopians come out here and they're running in a pack the same way they did in the 10,000 meter final. So Feriu leading, Wale, Lemaitre Gurma, El Bakale, Chemata is there, Koich is there. I'm not seeing the Indian athlete anymore. Maybe he got swallowed. Yeah, he's there somewhere. He's swallowed up by a bunch of those guys. So I yeah, Carl, he did qualify. I think he ended up with like fifth or sixth best jump, even though he hasn't gone over 17 meters there. Yeah. All in the game. Hall is now fourth all time. And Matthew Hudson-Smith fifth all time. Yeah, it is. I take back anything I said about Hudson-Smith there. I was just in the moment looking at how he lost the race before realizing the times that were run. Uh I may have missed someone was telling me I missed a comment here. I think someone asked me about the lane assignment stuff. The lane assignment thing changed recently. I think last year or the year before. I can't remember. I think it's last year. Uh, we did a show on it, but if I was working with because I'm working by myself, I don't have the graphic here. But there is a graphic that explains it from World Athletics that I could share. So there will be four top rank athletes, then the next two rank, and then the last rank athlete. So on the 200 meters, the last rank athletes are gonna get the inside lanes. So it could be like one or two or whatever, depending on how many lanes on the track. And then the next two rank will go in the middle somewhere there after those, and then the final lane. And then the preferred athletes get the everything below 9. But there's a graphic for it, but I don't have it there. If someone could share it with you, you'll see. Breezy, what's up? Breezy Cool. Finally, Jamaica get a goal. Yeah, it's not an Olympics without a Jamaica anthem being raised. Steeplechase moving well now. 2 laps to go, guys, in the steeplechase. I got off sidetrack a little bit there. I don't even know what the pace is going on, but a lot of people passing El Bakali right now. Koich right now seems to be in the lead. There's another Moroccan athlete stepping up there. El Bakali is running in lane 2. Where is Lamacha Gurma? Gurma's around there as well. Chemutai making a step through. I'm not seeing Serum. He's there. Oh yeah, he's right there too. A bunch of the guys that you expect are in the mix somewhere there. El Bakali is starting to step up a little bit. Rook's there from the United States. Looks like an odd person out, right? Rooks is making a move for this. Can the Americans find a way back on the podium? Rooks is leading this right now. El Bakali not in the picture yet, but I think he's going to step now. Rooks is running the race of his life. Lamacha Gurma is moving with Sufain El Bakali. There's a little bit of push there from them. They're going wide. Oh my God, Gurma fell. Gurma is gone. And Rooks is around there. And the final barrier there. Look at that. El Bakali is coming. Kibiwat is there too. And Sufain El Bakali is going to go 4 in a row. And he's going to outsprint Root. America will get on the podium. Is it going to be silver? Is it going to be bronze? It's going to be silver. Sufain El Bakali is the greatest. He is the best. This man, it doesn't matter the time. He shows up. Commiserations to Lamacha Gurma, who fell on his face, it looks like. He has defended his Olympic title. This has been 4 straight major titles for El Bakali. We've never seen this. I think El Bakali, where's Lamacha Gurma? He didn't finish, right? Because he fell on his face. Season best for Sufain El Bakali from Morocco. 8:06.05. Rooks. I didn't want to count him out. I didn't have him. I was like, in my previews, he could be there. He certainly is there. Personal best for him, getting a silver medal. Big running from the American. Kibawat, season best for him too on the podium. Morocco, USA, Kenya. Big time. Jared, so much falls in the distance running lately. I mean, you can expect falls in the steeplechase for sure. It's an obstacle thing. It's not easy. Damn, he's still down and being treated. Oh my God. Hopefully he's not hurt bad, but he fell really hard, it looks like. Rooks backed himself and it paid off. He certainly did. 4 in a row, all in the game is saying. Gurma finds a way to punch himself in the face again. Tough run, little corny. When does Quincy Williams run these relay? Well, I guess they might put him in on the heats in a couple of days. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Quincy Hall 43:40 on the line over Hudson. I guess someone Shelly asks about the 400 meters. It's done. Bunch of guys going sub 44, super running there. How does the false start rule work? Well, you can't false start before the gun. And if you go faster than 100 milliseconds after the gun is gone, then you're out. Those are the 2 major ones there. Obviously, you can be eliminated from the false start if you impact the start. Usually you get a warning for it, but if you do it twice, they can kick you out. But you don't go before the gun for sure. And then if you react faster than 100 milliseconds after the gun goes, then you will be given a false start. That's the controversial part in false starting. We know people can go as quick as point 0.8, but World Athletics hasn't trade. Very sorry for Lamecha Gurma there. Hopefully he's okay. He fell on his face, it looked like to me. It can't be good. Hopefully he's okay. Oh, is he down? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if you react point 0.9, you'll be out. Yeah. So 100 milliseconds or a tenth of a second is the threshold. Anything faster than that, then you're out. And then obviously if you jump before the gun goes, then you're out, right? Yeah. Corrupt is saying the Olympics is, I can't say that on air, so I won't put that up. Brian Germa was going to take him down today. It looked like he could. I don't know. It could have been, but he was sticking with him for sure. But El Bakali, one of the greatest now, has to be. Is he the second? How many guys have gone back to back at the Olympics? Not many, I don't think. So he has maybe the second or third. I don't remember. I have to check. But fantastic there from him. The US is going, another comment here from Rymatic saying the US is going crazy this year, barely had individual goals in Tokyo. Yeah, they're showing up. Showing up. I mean, you expect that as well, given the kind of depth and resources and the feeder system for track and field in the United States. Is the Olympics the NBA of track and field? You got to explain what that means. Who won? If you're talking about the 3,000-meter steeplechase, it's Soufiane El Bakali defending his Olympic title, winning 4 major titles in a row, dating back to the Tokyo Olympic Games, winning the last 2 World Championships, and then tonight. And yeah, 400 meters. I'll put up some. Let me put that up just in case you guys are missing some of the stuff here. Here, this is the result again here for the 3,000-meter steeplechase. There, Albakali, Rooks, and Kiboet from Kenya. Gold, silver, bronze there. The 400-meter final was one for the ages, probably one of the best all time here. Definitely. Quincy Hall coming from behind and running a personal best, moving, I think, third on the US list, probably. Is it third? And then maybe fifth overall, or either third or fourth. I have to check. Someone can tell me. 43.40 ahead of Matthew Hudson-Smith in an area record at 43.44. Samuel Conga there, 43.74 national record. Jareem Richards, 43.78 national record. And Kirani James also going sub 44, 43.87 there in what has to be one of the greatest 400 meters you'll ever see, to be honest with you. Yeah. Sonia, hi. She says, be nice and click the like button. Thanks for saying that. You meant the 400-meter. It's done. It is done. Gone. Oh, he meant is the Olympics the pinnacle of track and field? It is. It is. Yeah. It is the pinnacle, which is good and also bad, because what it means that most times people don't uh, follow the sport in the World Championships years. Only the diehard track and field fans tend to do that. the US never, not the US, the especially in the US, you don't even hear about the World Championships of such usually. Obviously, there's coverage of it, but it doesn't garner that kind of talk on sports radio, on TV radio, or whatever, talk shows. And so that's a challenge. I think that's not necessarily the fault of the Olympics, but that's mostly a situation with world athletics and also other stakeholders not figuring out a better way to define the sport. Because this to me is one of the greatest things you can ever see. Track and field, the range of athletic performances, it covers everything you can get: power, speed, endurance, the things that you find in other sports that people often like, is you find it everywhere in the sport of track and field, and that's a kind of problematic situation there. Uh, the is the league for track and field what is the league for track and field the Olympics like the league for men's basketball, the NBA? Oh no, 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 no. On the circuit, there are different things. There's like the Diamond League, obviously. That's the pinnacle of like watching track and field in terms of probably where most of the top athletes will tend to go and the money that might be involved in it. There's also the Continental Tour, which is like second down under the Diamond League. Those things are all connected to the governing body, World Athletics. If you do well at the Diamond League, if you win the Diamond League final, you get a berth into the World Championships, which comes. There's going to be a great World Championships next year. If in the same thing that you're watching at the Olympics, you'll find in Tokyo next year. Yeah, but we can talk more about that. Yeah, the Dave is saying, what do you think Quincy Hall can split in the 4x4 relay? Well, it depends on how fresh he is. You know, he just ran his life. You know, and I mean, I don't know. He should be able to give you whatever you need. Definitely low 43s or better. It just depends on the leg he runs and how fresh he is, right? Yeah, yeah. All in the game is saying more like World Cup of track and field. Yeah, that makes sense in terms of thinking about what the Olympics is. Nah, I was born. I, I grew up in St. Mary, but that's a long time ago. Uh, all in the game. Hall and Matthew Smith are in shape to split low 43s. Yeah, yeah, you're gonna get low 43s for sure, especially if they're on second or on third leg. Even anchor, maybe not so, because the challenge with anchoring is that the US might be in the lead so far that all you do is kind of do cruise control work. So if he runs on second or third leg, he could run something big. If it's really required, it could be better. If they were to put both say Matthew Hudson-Smith were to go up with Quincy all on the same leg, it could be interesting, but who knows? All in the game, Warner and Quincy Watts. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There's that too. Quincy Watts, forgot about him. Yeah. Yeah, he's up there though. Yeah. Any update on our diver? I actually don't know. I have not been following any diving, to be honest with you. I thought he didn't qualify or something. I saw some yeah, someone has yet to help on that. I have not. Truthfully, once this track started, I just not even look at any of the events. Yeah. 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 What a night for track and field, guys. What a night for track and field. It's a ridiculous. Probably the biggest shock of the night is not having Nikisha Price into the final. I don't know. NASA certainly on the podium right now. Paulina. Paulina there looking fabulous. All in the game. Stoner's 70 Olympic is not the Jamaica national record. No. Isn't it about 71? What did Dakers do? 71 and change, is it? Yeah, Stoner won tonight. That's a big performance there. Big perform. All the stuff were good tonight. Nina Kennedy in the pole vault, ending the reign of Katie Moon. Newman also getting a national record for Canada. It's pretty good stuff going on there. The results of the semifinal of the 100 meters look good. The guys advancing to the final. You have three Jamaicans there, three Americans. Holloway leading the pack. Bennett looked good for me. Orlando Bennett. Daniel Roberts in the mix as well. Ilopes from Spain there. Parchment, had to go through on a small queue, but he equaled his season best in 13:19. The challenge for me was he's looking across. I don't like that look across when he dips. Broadbell looking decent as well. And Murtaki there from Japan. Yeah, looks like the crow thing, Any updates on Lemaitre Germa? Because he was carried off on a stretcher, so hopefully he'll be okay. But it didn't look good at all. Yeah, so that's Freddie Crittenden making the final. Boy must he love the repechage round because he needed it, and now he's into the final. It's going to be a cracker. 70-78 from Dakers. Thanks for that. Dave says, I think Rye could run 43 if he ran the 4 more open. Probably. Definitely so. Yeah. I think he's good. He's good. Yeah. Rye Benjamin is going to probably run a leg on a US 4x4. It's going to be amazing. Yeah. Are they good enough? No, they can't be. Could they push the world record? Nah, not possible. No, that's not possible. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot I even said that out loud. Uh, um, that's impressive. Carl says. Robert says, bold prediction. Broadbell will take the gold. That's a hard one. It's hard to look past Grant Holloway, to be honest with you. Really hard to look past Grant Holloway. Yeah, it's a tough one. I don't know. It would be nice to see some Jamaicans on the podium there. I mean, the US could go 1-2, 3-2. It's one of those things. But it's going to be a great race. If you make some errors, you could be in trouble. But should be a great race. Got to get the baton around first, Carl says. Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem in the 4x4. We've seen mistakes before, but it certainly should be much easier to get the baton around, especially when you think about their capacity to run well, the US that is. Great Britain should do a heck of a job too. Botswana, probably going to see the likes of a Letsile Tobago. They probably should be on the podium. Could be US, GB, Botswana, something like that on the podium for men's 4x4. We'll review it again, but that's where my head is right now. All in the game says Stoner needs now to aim for 71 to have the national record. Yeah, that might come, but right now I think he would prefer the position that he's in, Olympic gold. First Jamaican to ever win that. I mean, history books right there. He'll take that all the way. Carl says Holloway was just as impressive last Olympics, and look what happened. No, I don't. I'm not saying he is. Okay, if we're being really honest with ourselves, if there's pretty much unbeatable, and that's not a thing in all of sports, but if you had to put up a list of athletes that almost always look pretty much unbeatable, Holloway would be in that mix. He would be one such athlete. He's very close to the world record before. He went 12:86 this year. He hasn't lost for how long indoors, hasn't lost a major title at World Championships in a long while. He's very good. I will say, and I've said it on a number of occasions, it's nothing new. He's best to 8 hurdles for me. He struggles in the last two. Perhaps if it's not going well for him because he doesn't know what that really feels like most of the time, you could probably get something out of it. But you actually start way behind if you're being honest yourself when it comes to running against Holloway. He's overwhelming favorite, regardless. That doesn't mean he can't lose, but that's how it is. All in the game says he has USGB Botswana for the podium. Yeah, that's where I'm going. I have it in that order right now. It could change, but I doubt it. Yeah, so that's how I'm seeing it. Great stuff. Tomorrow should be fantastic again when it comes to things there. I'll get to some more comments. Uh, are you related to Wanyoni? uh, results of the 5,000, please. The Oh, you mean the steeplechase? It's 3,000. Okay, I'll put that up for you. Sufain El Bakali won it in what is nothing but impressive, winning 4 titles in a row, but defending his Olympic title. He won it in 8:06.05 ahead of the American Rooks, who ran a personal best. Kibowat from Kenya securing the bronze medal there. The biggest thing from the men's steeplechase is the injury to Lamitra Gurma, who looked like he hit his head going over the water barrier there, just before the water barrier. And it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Yeah. Robert says Broadbell will catch him on the line. I mean, we'll see. We shall see. It would be amazing if it certainly would be a shock if Holloway can go this impressive and then show up again in a second Olympic final and lose it, right? That would be a story in itself, right? What was Norman's 200 splits? I don't have that right now, to be honest with you. You'd have to get the printout from Omega. I didn't look it up at all. I haven't looked at, and I'm working by myself tonight, so I can't really check to see what's going on. But again, what am I doing here? Again, the final for the 400 was, yeah, I don't remember what. I don't think there's a splits here. You have to get it on the official thing from Omega that when they print it out. Yeah, 43.40 for Quincy Hall, 43.44. Those guys just shot up on the all-time 10 list in no time. National record for Samuel Congo at 43.74. National record for Richards 43.78. Back-to-back sub 44s for Karani James, who is making his fourth final. I hope there's still fireworks for him in Grenada because what he did is super special there. Yeah. Lakers has the record and Stoner has the goal. If I'm pushed out rather an Olympic goal. Well, it's not even a question. An Olympic goal, an Olympic title, whatever happens. Even if you won the Olympic title throwing 30 meters, you have the Olympic title. And you can't take it off him, right? Records can be broken, but what you can't do is to take medals. And that's why when you think about the longevity and when you think about what it means to have a career in the sport of track and field or in many sports, at some point it comes down to the silverware. It comes down to collecting medals, and that sometimes separates the big one. Obviously, Dacus has a medal at the World Championships, I think, right? But we're talking about the man getting the Olympic record. Also, that's nothing to sneeze about, right? When you think about it, Mikolas Anelka did it just now at 69 and change, and he comes back and he hits a 70 flat. He's in the history books, right? There's a trajectory there that you can think about. Yeah. Hi, has any Kenyan won a medal in the steeplechase? Yeah, I did. I saw. I thought you saw it there. Kiboat got the bronze medal. So it's US is Morocco first with El Bakali, Rooks from USA with silver medal, and Kiboat from Kenya with the bronze. Yeah. Dave rather says, the longevity of Kara in his career is noteworthy. The final was tough. Yeah, James has nothing to be ashamed of. All proud there. To go straight and four in a row now. Four, and he has gold, silver, bronze. Just missed the podium here. Nothing to nothing to be ashamed of. All in the game. Could Hall or Matthew Hudson-Smith run quicker than Butch Reynolds 43.29 for third all time? Meaning like next time they do this or tonight. Well, I mean that's in sight. The problem is that you just have to get the conditions right, right? I don't know. Like you would say yes on the surface that they should be able to do this, but I I don't know, right? Look how long it took Michael Johnson before he actually took down Harry Lee Butcherland's record. It took a while when we thought he would have done it on a number of occasions. I mean, we thought it would have happened in Atlanta and it didn't. And Johnson did a lot of sub 43s. It took him a long while before he did it in when did he do it? 99? So I don't know if Hudson Smith or Hall will go back to this. The age and so on suggests that they can, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they'll get back to it, right? That's one of the ways I would say. Uh, yeah, I mean, Gabby was up. It was impressive here. Gabby did what you have to do. You know, you win the gold medal when it's available to you. Shout out to her. Shout out to Brittany Brown, and definitely a big shout out to Julian Alfred for walking away with the 100-meter title and a silver medal in the 200. Carl says the race of the Olympics so far is definitely the men's 400 meters. I mean, the 100-meter was up there though. The men's 100-meter. That was a ridiculous race too. But I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Uh yeah, we have to reflect on this. You know, once we're done with everything, we can do some more lives where we start thinking about the performances and all that stuff. Yeah, big time. That's funny. Yeah. Uh, are there any other 400 runners you think could achieve the sub 10, 20, and 43? I don't know. Let's see, he could probably go sub 44 if he were to take the 400 meters seriously. I don't know if he would, but he can. Yeah, I think Let's see, he could do it. Yeah. I know you meant 44, sorry. All in the game is saying Hall is 26. Hudson Smith is 30 in October. Would like to see them go for it post Olympics or next year. Yeah, look, next year you would assume that Hudson Smith should be in good shape come next year again. I mean, he's a guy that's battled some injuries from time to time, but if he's fit, he'll come back next year at the World Championships. What a good 2 years for him, back-to-back silver medals. Hall, yeah, upside there for him. Look, as long as all these guys stay healthy, stick to the programs, and don't get sidetracked, they're young enough to come back. Yeah. All in the game say, yeah, Toboga and also Rye. Yeah, Benjamin could do it too. Yeah, Benjamin could do it. Because I think Rye certainly could. He's quick. Rye could definitely if he wanted to run 100 meters, go sub 10 for sure. And he can definitely go sub 44. He probably could pop a sub. Well, he probably can't pop it right now, but he could probably do it with minimal effort of training. Yeah, yeah. Rory says surely Lyles, Kenny, and Knighton have a good chance of breaking 44 if they were to actually train for it. I don't know. Knighton, I think, should do 400, but he could do one too. Kenny, I don't know. Kenny would probably do it. No, I don't know. But it's a lot of work to get down to sub 44 though. A lot of work. All in the game is also saying for sure Kenny 987, 959, 44, 7. Yeah, it's just the work you have to do that. Fred Curley, wasn't Fred Curley a 400 run at one point? He was good at it. Yeah, Curley's special too. Yeah. Do you think Noah can split 43 if he's placed on the relay? I don't know. I don't know if they will put him. They shouldn't put him on the relay though. Let's be real. There's no need for it. The U.S. is stacked with enough runners. I guess if Mike Norman pulls out, but they have enough capacity to do that. So he shouldn't run the relay unless they need him for because of injuries. All in the game is talking about Curly 10th all time. Noah, Carl says Noah for go sit down and give the others a chance. I'm too greedy. Yeah, but Noah, yeah, I don't think he's needed for the 4x4. It's just the way in which you're setting it up. He splits 45 indoors season this year. Rory said that. Robert says Tobago will do the 400, especially seeing the fanfare before the start of the 100. The 100 men is a glamorous race. No, will not do. Yeah, I don't think athletes gravitate to just say, I want to do the 400 unless they're like, this is my destiny. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All in the game is pointing out top end is not the same as speed endurance, which is 100% true. Lyles has never come close to splitting 45s in the 4x4, let alone 43. Yeah, I don't think they could put him. It would be a risk to put him on the 4x4. It would. Here's why it's an even bigger risk to put him on, because he's gonna have to run hard in the 200 meters. Doubling is not easy, and he's gonna run on the 4x1. Why would you put that? Why, as a legitimate coach or anybody, would you put a risk on that? That's a lot of running to be doing too for any one athlete, to be honest with you. Given that the workload required in the 100, 200, and the 4x1 he has to run on. Why? When look, that only comes into play if you are from a nation state that are struggling, right? Where you say we don't have enough depth. But the United States have it. They have it. They don't need Noah Lyles to run a 4x4. And if they make that argument, then it's not for reasons related to the track. It's for other reasons. He should not run the 400 for them. They're too deep for that. You think he's going to do a better leg than Vernon Norwood would? I don't think so. I don't think he's doing a better leg than Quincy Wilson. He can't. So then you don't need him. It would be, you need a bout of food poisoning to happen before you could say he's there. Carl is shouting out all in the game. Yeah, it's been a great night at track and field, guys. Really great night. Thanks to those for liking, sticking around. Tomorrow should be fantastic. We're looking at Heats in the 4x1s in the morning. Hurdles, repechage round. Shot put qualification for women. The heptathlon starts tomorrow, so we'll get to see Nafiteam, Anna Hall, KJT. Yeah, others too, you know. Yeah, and tomorrow night is the men's final of the 100 meter, 110-meter hurdles, women's final for 400-meter hurdles, men's final for 200 tomorrow, long jump women final. Yeah, semifinals for 1500 meters. It's going to be a great night. Yeah. You think Noah can run a better leg than Vernon? Nah, come on. No, no. After that kind of a work he's going to be doing, no, there's no way. No way. Rory, we all know they don't need Lyles, but he could be the first ever track athlete for ever 4x1 track medalist in the Olympics. I say put him in the put him in the heats and make the history. What? If they make the decision like that, then that is ridiculous at the highest order. You cannot make the decision on whether we're going to give Noah something. You have to make the decision purely on what you think is best for the team to achieve its goal of winning a gold medal. And if you sit down logically and work that out, then he's not in the plans. People got to get hurt or pull out for him to get into that spot. I would think. When you look at the depth of the U.S. team, that's all I'm saying. All in the game said that's cowardly to get a gold medal that way. Put him in the final and let's see what he does. Yeah, if you're gonna work him, you're gonna work him in the final. Yeah, but I'm not working. I wouldn't put him in. I don't think they need him. Uh, he didn't even qualify for it in a sense, right? You see what I'm saying? I know the US do different ways in how they pick their team, but that's not. Yeah. Carl says TM is my favorite heptathlete. Were she to win this, she would be. There's some question marks of where she'll go down all time. I would say, yeah. Uh, Rory says you're right, but it's probably not fair on the others to put him in the final. 4 times, not 4x1. Uh, Carl said there's no I in team, it's a team. Jared, Noah and Wilson on the same 4x4 would bring a lot of viewership to the sport. Okay, that probably is true, but I don't think USA Track is sitting down thinking about how to expand the sport on the back of tinkering with the 4x4. You know, that's not what they would be doing. Yeah. All in the game says it's not fair on the others. Full stop. He's done nothing to deserve that spot. I agree. He's not in the position to ask to be on a 4x4. How do you think Quincy Wilson would do in a 4x4, and which leg do you think he'll be strongest in? I think he will do fine given the history we've seen, but I can't predict. We've seen him go through, so I would say he's battle tested when it comes to running in a crisis. If you've watched him at the Penn Relays, to run on the Franklin Field track is no easy feat. It's a mad track. Plus, there was some chaotic stuff that happened at the Penn Relays that he had to dig his team out of. I know it's a high school meet, so it's no comparison. But he's run a lot. He's consistently going under the U20 records. His last race, he beat Bryce Deadman. He's a fighter. I think the kid runs the race of his life if you give him the baton. He can take a baton, or he can certainly start a relay too. Whatever they want to do, I don't think he'll be a letdown, to be honest with you. All in the game said there's a video today of Quincy doing block starts with the baton in hand. So that probably suggests that he may lead off. Carl says we've watched the sport before Noah and we'll watch the sport after. Noah is not track and field. Quincy Jared said, I feel like Quincy Wilson should anchor the finals. Yeah, I don't know what they'll do. That's the decision of the United States. So, but I don't have any problems with him running. I think he's proven against adults that he's big time. I was a bit shocked that he didn't run in this mixed relays, but I don't know. Yeah. Cool. All right, guys. Tomorrow will be fantastic. I'll be back again to lead a charge on a few of these watch alongs and probably do an early morning session to see what's going on after the early morning rounds. It's been my pleasure. Thank you for joining. I appreciate everybody coming on and communicating and participating in the chat. And for those who have been listening and following along. And Chris says, thanks. Thank you to you two. All in the game. Rye Benjamin will anchor like he always does. Quincy is what they will do. The question is, what will they do with Norman? That's the good question there with Mike Norman. I guess they have to assess Norman and see where he is for sure. Later, Brian is saying, later to you guys too. Carl, thanks for the watch along. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Thanks for liking and subscribing, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.